Welcome to everyone to our school. So we will be starting with the program shortly as Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh, His Excellency Ruhul Amin Sir is on his way. So kindly have patience and have your seats as we begin with our function just after 5 minutes. Thank you.
नमस्कार और सुप्रभात। विद्यालय प्रांगण में उपस्थित सभी अतिथिगणों को हार्दिक अभिनंदन। कुछ समय के पश्चात हमारे कार्यक्रम का शुभारंभ होगा।
Sunny.
So we should put the post in case we make a mistake. Please run. I don't mind. No, it's okay. I'll be a reader.
Matrim lalate
A very good morning to one and all present here. So with great pleasure, I extend my warm feelings and greetings to all of you and welcome you to our school. Thank you for gracing today's day. So I, Anamika Bose,
Moi Krishna Pathak, मैं सुमन यादव
of St. Vivekananda English Academy, welcome all of you for the 29th Foundation Day of our school. Well, as you all are aware with the proverb that unity in diversity is the essence of our country. Keeping this in mind, we at St. Vivekananda English Academy have not left any barriers, but we have tried to blend the essence of unity in diversity in our today's occasion, and hence you will be getting a mix of all the differences around us in today's program.
পোনপ্ৰথমে উপস্থিত সুধীবৃন্দক নমস্কাৰ জনাইছোঁ। আমি আজি অতিকৈ গৌৰৱান্বিত কিয়নো আজি মাননীয় অনিল কুমাৰ সোম মহাশয়ৰ অক্লান্ত পৰিশ্ৰম তথা আশাহতীয়া প্ৰচেষ্টাত জন্মলাভ কৰা আমাৰ এই মৰমৰ বিদ্যালয়খনিয়ে 28টা বৰ্ষ অতিক্ৰম কৰি 29তম বৰ্ষত পদাৰ্পণ কৰিছেহি। গতিকে আজিৰ এই শুভক্ষণত উপস্থিত প্ৰতিগৰাকী ব্যক্তিলৈ মই আন্তৰিক অভিনন্দন জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ আৰু লগতে আপোনালোক সকলোৰে সহায় সহযোগিতা কামনা কৰিছোঁ। एक दिव्य प्रकाश का दिव्य हाथों हुआ पदार्पण। ज्योत से ज्योत सजी सज गया विद्यालय का प्रांगण। झिलमिल सितारे सारे करते आपका वंदन। इस शिक्षा महल में नींव रखने वालों को मेरा अभिनंदन, मेरा अभिनंदन। आज का दिन हमारे विद्यालय के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। आज के दिन सन 1994 में इस विद्यालय की नींव रखी गई थी। सर्वप्रथम यह एक छोटा सा पौधा था, आज यह एक विशाल वृक्ष बन गया है जिसकी छाया हम सभी को लाभान्वित कर रही है। এতিয়া বন্তি প্ৰজ্বলনেৰে আমাৰ আজিৰ অনুষ্ঠানৰ শুভাৰম্ভ কৰিবলৈ লৈছোঁ।
So darkness could not drive out blackness, only light can reach so. So in order to grace today's occasion, we will first begin with the traditional lamp lighting, and for this I'll request our distinguished guest, His Excellency Rukul Amin Sir, Srimati Abha Gupta Ma'am and Dr. P. Maheshwari to kindly come up and light the lamp. And also calling upon Priyanka Das Ma'am, Shubhashri Ma'am and Babita Ma'am to assist them.
किसी भी कार्य की शुरुआत ईश्वर के नाम से होती है। दीप प्रज्वलन हमारी संस्कृति का एक सुंदर हिस्सा है। आइए चले अंधकार से प्रकाश की ओर, पृथ्वी से आकाश की ओर, पदार्थ से सूक्ष्म की ओर, प्राणी से परमात्मा की ओर, एक प्रयास अज्ञान से ज्ञान की ओर।
I hope lighting of the lamp surrounds us with positivity, and may the Almighty bestow His blessings upon us as we move forward with today's program. Let us hope that the brightness of education overcomes the darkness and injustice and differences in the society and lead us towards growth, liberty, and equality. In order to celebrate our history and revisit and reconnect with the continuing journey of our school, let us call our students for the school anthem. Requesting everyone to kindly stand up for the anthem.
धन्यवाद। आप सभी से अनुरोध है कृपया आसन ग्रहण करें। शब्दों के इत्तिफाक में यूं बदलाव करके देख, तू देखकर ना मुस्कुरा मुस्कुरा करके देख। तो आज ऐसे ही हमारे बीच उपस्थित एक मुस्कुराता हुआ शख्सियत है। मैं आग्रह करूंगी हमारे विद्यालय के निदेशक सचित्र साहा सर से कृपया मंच पर आए और अपने मूल्यवान शब्दों से हमें मार्गदर्शित करें।
Thank you, madam. Good morning and a warm welcome to all the wonderful people who are present here today. When I see in the front row, I can't believe my eyes because these days are very rare in the history of the school that you have the entire constellation of stars sitting in the front row. Who do I name and who do I not? It fills my heart with unspeakable joy to see the bright faces of the dignitaries who are present here today. I would name the dignitaries one by one and welcome them too. To start with, we have Mr. Justice Arundev Chaudhary, Judge, Guwahati High Court. I think, sir, you can just raise your hand so that people can see you. We have His Excellency Mr. Ruhul Amin, Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh. He is present here today along with his beautiful wife. May Mr. Amin please raise your hand so that people can see you. We also have Mrs. Abha Gupta ma'am, and she is the president of the NFR Women Welfare Organization, WWO, and she is also present here and she is gracing the occasion. Ma'am, yeah, ma'am has raised the hand before I told her to. We also have the Secretary of SEBA, Mr. Naro Narayan Nath, sir. Thank you so much for being here. We also have amongst us Mr. Samsul Huda. He has always been with us right from the beginning, a big well-wisher of the school. You know, he is just our one-stop solution for all problems. We find any problem, we just call him, and sir is always here to help us. We also have with us Dr. Somnath Shaha. Sir, could you please raise your hand? Yeah. Dr. Prasanna Gogoi, he is our parent first and then recipient of Sangeet Nitya Academy Award. We also have with us Mr. Parmananda Maheshwari, Chief Health Director, NF Railways, and last but not the least, Dr. N.K. Bhattacharjee, Nirmal Kanti Bhattacharjee. Sir, will you please? He is, it is his dream child actually, that Heart Care Society. He is the founder of the Heart Care Society, and it was a chance meeting when I went to him as a patient, and he told me about his initiative. Faced with the tremendous amount of heart attack incidents that our country is facing, I think the world is facing today after the pandemic. Every other day you hear someone dying out of heart attack. Earlier used to be old people, but now, you know, even person as young as 23, 24, 25, and there are so many celebrity deaths. So that is how we conceived the idea that along with our foundation day, we will also launch an initiative to make people aware what are the dangers of heart attack, how it can be avoided. And Dr. Saab also told me a very interesting information ki সতীর্থ জানিস একটা 10 পয়সার ওষুধ মানুষের জীবনকে বাঁচিয়ে দিতে পারে. I said, how, sir? So he said that, you know, a dispring which we generally take for our headache and doesn't cost more than 10 paisa. If we keep it in our pocket and in case of an heart attack, it can save our life. At least we will get enough time to go up to the hospital. So small information like this, what we need to do and what we not. So Dr. Sir will tell you in brief, and we resolved to carry this program all throughout the year with the help of our students and our teachers, so that that awareness drive, it's not a one-day affair and it will go on for a year. It will be a year-long activity. So it starts from today. Today is the birth anniversary of our patron saint, Swami Vivekananda, and he is the youth icon. And today we also celebrate the Youth Day. He always wanted our country to be strong. He knew that the youth are the builders of this country, and he wanted to make our country strong by empowering the youth. And what a nice day to start a school, to start around which empowers the youth on this particular day. We have our foundation day on the birth anniversary of the great saint Swami Vivekananda. The school, we have also with us, I just forgot, we also have with us Anil Bhagavati. He is the Chief General Manager, Indian Oil. Could you please raise your hand? Oil India, okay. I always confuse between Indian Oil and Oil India. We also have Pandey sir. He is Secretary to the GM Construction, Indian Railways, not Nukkar Railways. Yes. There are many who are also sitting in the crowd, and I can see a lot of faces there, but I am not naming you. Please pardon me. Thanks for coming here, though. The school had a very humble beginning. Some 28 years back, when one person who was aged 62 at that time, he dreamt of starting a school, he being the headmaster of another school which he almost established. The name of that school is Kamakha Vidyalaya. He started the school from scratches and he built that school, and at one point of time, that school was one of the best in this area. He won the state award. He also won the national award, that is the President Award, Best Teacher Award. And he still had some unfulfilled dreams in his mind, and that is the reason exactly at the age of 62, he started with this school. It had a very humble beginning. He could, with the little saving that he could make from his earnings, he started this school by renting out a building in Green Park Colony. If you see the building today, I am sure I will not even think of sending my child there. But believe you me, that building, a very shabby building, attracted 350 students on the very first day of admission just because of the name of Mr. Anil Kumar So. That is how the school started. There was tremendous amount of challenges which he had to face from time to time. The school had to be shifted to 3 different places before it finally came to this particular place where you are sitting today. The building was built in this land, and it took him almost 8 years to come up to this place. Challenges were many, मुश्किलें तो बहुत थी. इतनी challenges उसने face किया. आज वो सब challenges से मैं आपको दोहराऊंगा नहीं. तो मैं आपको सिर्फ इतना ही कहूँगा कि मुश्किलें दिलों के इरादों को आजमाती है. मुश्किलें दिलों के इरादों को आजमाती है. ख्वाबों के पर्दे नजरों से छुपाती है. हौसला मत हार गिरकर ए मुसाफिर, ठोकर से ही तो इंसान चलना सीखता है. So he kept on facing the challenges one after the other, but nothing could slow him down, and he did what is in front of your eyes today. The school grew from strength to strength, and today our student strength has crossed 1550. This year, we also started our 11th standard in all the streams, science, arts and commerce, and we wish to continue this exactly the way we are running the school for the last 20 years up to class 10. The results of the school has been excellent right from the day one. In fact, our ex-SVEA secretary, Dr. Kaur, once when he came to our school, he said, and I quote his exact words, this is not only the best school of Guwahati, but this is, I think, one of the best in the state. So that he told in the year 2003, and the school has continuously been producing good results. Sir is very tech savvy. Don't go by his age, he is 88 today, but he is very tech savvy. We were in Mumbai that time, I'm talking of around 2010. Once he went to Mumbai and he said, आजकल classes में बोर्ड्स रहते हैं जिसे स्मार्ट बोर्ड कहते हैं, प्रोजेक्टर्स होते हैं, तो हमें वो चीज़ चाहिए. So I inquired in Guwahati, no company had come by then with the smart boards and everything that we see today, which has become a common feature today. But at that time there were no companies in Guwahati. So we were being fortunate enough to be in Bombay. We contacted certain companies and we started, me and Mitra, we started seeing the demo of some companies. The prices were very high, skyrocketing prices at that time. You know, the price of a projector and the smart board. Now it has come down, but at that time it was a bomb. It used to cost a bomb. So after seeing and zeroing down on a company, the company also inquired with us, where is your school situated? I said it is in Guwahati, in Maligaon. So they said, we don't have an office there, but how many machines do you want? 1 or 2? So that is how because he could not imagine that a school like this would can afford to buy more than 1 or 2 machines. So kitne machines ka quotation de do sir, ek ya do? So I got back to sir, sir, how many machines should I order? He said, 1 per class would make it around 13 machines. So 13, so I almost had a heart attack. At that price, we'll buy 13 machines. तो मुझे पैसा एक साथ देना होगा क्या? He asked me. I again got back to the company. Sir, how do we make the payment? So we need the payment in advance. At that time, one single smart board along with the projector used to cost 5 lakh rupees, and he wanted 13 machines. Then I negotiated with them, and we taken time of 5 years. The company was gracious enough to, accept our deal, and that is how Guwahati got the first school of Assam actually had 13 smart board in this school, and that is how we started. Any time any technology creeps in, he is the first one. He will immediately call us and tell, I want this in the school, and it has to be implemented immediately. So that is how his journey began. He didn't have too much of a resources when he started. At the age of 62, 63, he also learned computers because he could not afford a person to type the question papers. So he said, teachers to question paper hame bana ke de dete hain. And he used to take weekly test, fortnightly test, unit test, half-yearly, annual exams. तो ठीक है, for the weekly test and all, हाथ से लिखा question paper तो चलेगा, लेकिन for the half yearly and annual I want to give them printed question papers. But he didn't have the money, he couldn't afford a typist at that time. So he learned computer at the age of 62 or 63, and he used to type each and every question before each and every examination. So you can imagine what type of hard work went in to build this school. The school was fortunate enough to have, Sir always says that my success is because of my team. So we were fortunate enough to have, a team of dedicated, super dedicated teachers who never thought of their personal benefit, who never thought what they are getting in return of the hard work that they are doing. And that is how they continued without even getting proper remuneration for at that time because the school was not in a position to offer them good remuneration. So, but they relentlessly they worked on. They worked on, and because of their hard work, because of the hard work of the team, today the school has reached the position where it is. I can't thank enough all the teachers who started the journey, and also the present set of teachers who are continuing with that effort. I want all our teachers to stand up wherever they are, and can we have a clap for all of them? Thank you, teachers. The school is because of you. The school is because of the wonderful students we have. The school is because of the faith of the parents that they bestow on us. This school is not just a building. It is about the faith that you impose on us. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to all who have gathered here, assembled here to bless us on this occasion. बहुत कुछ सोच के आया था कि the inaugural speech लंबी होनी चाहिए, अच्छा होना चाहिए, लेकिन स्टेज पे जैसे ही मैं उठ रहा था, तो the principal of the school, who also happens to be my wife, and you know how dangerous it is, okay, told me you just have 5 minutes in your hand. Okay, people have come here to listen to the dignitaries. Mayur Bora is coming here, so you better not speak and take most of his time. Okay, Mayur is here. Mayur, could you raise your hand, please? Okay. Okay. We will also inaugurate. We will take advantage of this. I will take a little bit more than 5 minutes. We will take advantage of this occasion to inaugurate our ATL lab, that is Atal Tinkering Lab. School was awarded with this from the central government, Niti Ayogs, and generally private schools do not get this. So it is only about the government school. Very few private schools are chosen for this ATL lab, Atal Tinkering Lab. It's a very high-tech, state-of-the-art. You have 3D printing machines there. You can have a glimpse of the lab. The lab is ready today to be inaugurated. And my heart again fills up with unspeakable joy when I see all this development happening in the school. The school is doing very well in not only in academics but also in extracurricular activities. We are the winner of the Best School Award in the year 2014. Subsequently, in the year 2018 and 2019, Telegraph also has given us the Best School Award in academics. And the next year they have given again the Best School Award for extracurricular activities. So twice we were nominated by Telegraph, which is one of the Chuna Hua Award jo bolte hai na. So we got that. Apart from that, the school has won many awards. I will not all of them, because Mitra is always she has started eyeing me from that corner. Last, finally, I would like to seek blessings from all of you, because without blessings, all the hard work that you do will not take shape. So I need your blessings from the bottom of my heart. My teachers, my students, my parents, and all the dignitaries who are seated here. Please bless, keep our school in your blessings, in your prayers, so that the student community continuously benefit from this school. With this, I end my welcome speech to today, the inaugural speech. Okay? अब मुझे शब्दों से बहुत अच्छा लगता है, और हमेशा मेरी जिंदगी में ऐसा होता है कि अच्छे शब्दों से घिरा रहता हूँ मैं. एक फैंसी ये दे देते, डेजिग्नेशन दे देते, डायरेक्टर, बोलने को बहुत अच्छा लगता है. तो कभी एक बार ऐसा हो गया, घर में मित्रा के कुछ रिलेटिव आ गए और बोलते तुम स्कूल में करते क्या हो? तो मैं बोला मैं डायरेक्टर. स्कूल में हेडमास्टर सुना है, प्रिंसिपल सुने, डायरेक्टर क्या होता है? तो सुनने में तो अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन एक्सप्लेन करने में कभी कभी जान निकल जाता है. तो मुझे बोल रहा था कि डायरेक्टर तुम किसको डायरेक्शन देते हो? मैं तो घर से सुबह से बैठा हूँ, तो तुमको भी तो डायरेक्शन मिल रहा है प्रिंसिपल मैम से, तो तुम किसे डायरेक्ट करते हो? तो तो मुझे बीमारी भी होता है ना, तो वो उसकी भी नाम बहुत अच्छा। तो मेरे को एक बार इतना दर्द हो रहा था कुछ चंद महीने पहले, तो डॉक्टर के पास गया, पेन से बेहाल। तो डॉक्टर ने बोला आपको सर्वाइकल स्पॉन्डिलाइटिस ये हो गया। तो सुनने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है। कुछ बीमारियाँ कष्ट भले ही हो, हर बीमारी तो कष्ट देता ही है, लेकिन कुछ बीमारियों के नाम इतने अच्छे होते हैं कि बोलने में बहुत मज़ा आता है। तो मेरे साथ हमेशा ऐसा होता है, चाहे वो डिजिग्नेशन हो या बीमारी हो, नाम बहुत अट्रैक्टिव होता है। हाँ, हमारे पास आज कुछ अलमनाइज को भी मैं देख रहा हूँ, और ये जो अलमनाइज है ना, तो इसमें से where is that person who actually started with our ATL lab with the idea of that? Deep Jyoti. Where is Deep Jyoti? Okay, Deep Jyoti is there. You know, he is the one with, he is of which batch, Mitra? 2007. He is the student of 2007 batch, and he was instrumental in setting up the ATL lab because he is the one who, you know, fall behind Mitra ke naam aap aise apply karo, idhar karo, wo karo, and because of him the lab is here today. I am so glad that you were here to when the lab is being inaugurated. If you allow me, then I will continue. So I end here. Thank you. Thank you all, and please to bless us. With these words, I end my inaugural speech today and give opportunities for the others to speak. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I believe you have actually let the spirits high with your enlightening words. So over to you, Krishna ma'am.
এতিয়া আমাৰ পৰৱৰ্তী কাৰ্যসূচী অনুযায়ী আমি শ্ৰদ্ধাঞ্জলি অৰ্পণ অনুষ্ঠানলৈ আগবাঢ়িম। যিগৰাকী নমস্য পুৰুষৰ আদৰ্শৰে জ্ঞানৰ মন্দিৰ সদৃশ এই বিদ্যালয়খন মহিয়াৰ হৈ উঠিছে, তেওঁৰ জন্ম জয়ন্তীত আমি তেওঁলৈ শ্ৰদ্ধা নিবেদিছোঁ। গতিকে শ্ৰদ্ধাঞ্জলি জ্ঞাপন স্থানলৈ আমাৰ সন্মানীয় অতিথিবৃন্দক লৈ যাবলৈ মোৰ সহকৰ্মীসকলক অনুৰোধ জনাইছোঁ। আমাৰ বিদ্যালয়ৰ চৌহদত প্ৰৱেশদ্বাৰৰ কাষতে থকা তেখেতৰ প্ৰতিমূৰ্তিটো বিদ্যালয়ৰ ৰূপালী জয়ন্তী বৰ্ষত মাননীয় ৰাজ্যপাল জগদীশমুখী মহোদয়ে উন্মোচন কৰিছিল।
অকমান কৃষ্ণ তোমাৰ মাজতে সোমাইছোঁ। নুৰুদ্দিন আহমেদ sir, he is the sculptor, he is a President Award winning sculptor, sir, and he is the one who has sculpted this the statue which is here, which was inaugurated on a silver jubilee. A big round of applause. And for a common connect, Durga Puja dekhte jan Khatashi Lambarite, he is always the creative artist. He is a President Award winner. Thank you.
So 12th January is celebrated to commemorate the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. It is also known as Swami Vivekananda Jayanti. Swami Vivekananda was an influential and spiritual leader, and he believed in the power and potential of the youth. And because of his significant contribution, his birth anniversary is celebrated as the National Youth Day. And I was also supposed to speak on the statue which our respected principal ma'am had just spoken about. So Nuruddin Ahmed, the Guwahati-based artist, is behind the statue of Swami Vivekananda, and words will fall short if I have to speak about His Excellency and his achievements.
संभव की सीमा जानने का केवल एक ही तरीका है। संभव की सीमा जानने का केवल एक ही तरीका है, असंभव से भी आगे निकल जाना। ऐसा संदेश देने वाले हर भारतीय के प्रेरणा स्रोत युग प्रवर्तक स्वामी विवेकानंद जी ने पूरे विश्व को भारतीय संस्कृति के मूल्यों से पल्लवित किया। तथा अपने विचारों से हम जैसे युवाओं को राष्ट्र निर्माण करने की एक नई चेतना दी। उनके प्रगतिशील व प्रेरक विचारों को आत्मसात कर हम इस देश के युवा भारत को पुनः विश्व शिखर पर पहुंचा सकते हैं।
Thank you. Requesting everyone to be seated in their place.
हमारे सभी अतिथि गणों का हार्दिक अभिनंदन। आप सभी से आग्रह है, कृपया आसन ग्रहण करें।
Nothing shines brighter, no beauty is brighter than a healthy heart, isn't it? Do you all believe that the heart is healthy? We can keep going. So with this, we have, not basically we, it's our respected principal ma'am who has come up with a futuristic vision. Before I speak on the vision, I'd like to tell you about Ye Dil Dhadakne Do. Most of you are quite familiar with this. Well, Ye Dil Dhadakne Do. Let the heart beat. If this is fine, everything is going to work fine. So this is an initiative. It is basically a futuristic vision which our principal ma'am, along with everyone, has dreamt of. And in order to nurture this, she will be presenting a presentation. This is a collaborative step which has been taken, and we together have to join our hands to turn this vision into reality. And in order to move forward with this segment, I would like to invite our respected principal ma'am for the presentation.
जोरदार तालियों के साथ स्वागत कीजिए। ये तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट रुकनी नहीं चाहिए।
I always have a smile on my face. I don't find a photograph where my teeth are not out. And today I think my smile is wider. A very good morning and my heartiest welcome to each and everyone. All the dignitaries, parents, alumni, everyone. We are so happy. So it's like, Tare Zameen Par kind of feel it is giving me. So all stars shining down in the campus of St. Vivekananda English Academy in being with us and telling us that yes, I think you did a good job for the 29 years. So I would like to start. Can I have the PPT please? Yeah. Okay. So it was the month of November, and it was going on in my mind. Dr. Nirmal Bhattacharjee sir, if you September 29th September is the World Heart Day, right? And I was reading these write-ups and everything. And before that, we already had a connect with Dr. Bhattacharjee, and whenever we call him for anything, so he said, you know what? I am in this now, Tinsukia. I am here. I am there, and everywhere. He's going, he's this, that mission that, this information should reach every household, every nook and corner of the state. And that was kind of a trigger, but utna bhi nahi tha. ठीक है करना है, कुछ करेंगे. And then in the month of November, it was our annual sports day. And I realized one thing, that in Maligaon area, if I have to do anything with a big impact, I need the railways with us. And I had appointment with GM Anshul Gupta sir, and I said, sir, this is my idea. Haan kijiye? This was exactly his response. I keep on telling my doctors also that we should be doing such community engagement. Please go ahead, ma'am, NFL will support you. That was enough. That one line from him was enough for me. And then sports day happened, and annual day, and then we gave a presentation. And had it not been for his, I'm a student of physics. So in physics there is something called resonance. Resonance, it's like, both the waves coming together in the exactly synced way. So there was this resonance, and that's how the entire plan, वो बोलते हैं ना, जब कोई चीज से आप शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात जुड़ जाती है. So that kind of a thing happened. Our ma'am was gracious enough to give a lot of time, and I wanted NFRWWO with us. So that's how ये दिल धड़कने दो was conceptualized. And I'll just quickly take you through the presentation. Do we have the presentation ready? Yeah. So therefore, we have named this event Ye Dil Dhadakne Do. It will be, as of now, my plan is made for every month of 2023-24. So it will start from today, January 2023, and January 2024. By the way, when I was sharing this with Anshul Gupta sir, he said, Madam, you want to do a road show? I said, yes sir, why not? So, that was the kind of response I received. So that's why this. And sir was also supposed to come, but he had a last minute railway board meeting, and he's leaving on, probably he has left today morning. That's how he's not there. So next please. So therefore, why? Why should a school? My parents are here. So I will need an active participation of parents, students. So therefore, why do we really need this? Life is not a zero-sum game. Rather, it is an ecosystem where we all have to support each other. And if we have to create a society of caring individuals, if we have to create future citizens who go beyond the call of duty, their own personal gratifications, personal achievements, and think of the society, I think pandemic has shown us that we need to come together as a society to really have a healthy, the health quotient, for the health quotient to be at the right level. Because you are sick, I become sick. You are healthy, I stay healthy. So therefore, we want to nurture people who care, not just by saying that you have to be people who care. You have a responsibility, but actually making them do, actively making them do. Next. So that's the rationale of the program. Whatever I do, so St. Vivekananda is tied up with Shikshangan Education Initiative Pune. So we are trained, our teachers, we are trained by them. And Vijay Gupta sir, who is an he has a background of IIT, IIM, and he was with Wipro, the education team. He always tells me one thing, Mitra, why should somebody come to your school? So you have to think in 4 things. Why? Anything that you are doing. Kyun kar rahe ho? What you need to do? How will you really do it? And then take a feedback. Have you been able to do it the way you wanted to do it? So therefore, that really is my guiding principle, my mantra. I always break up everything into why, what, how, whether. So whether is not coming now, so therefore why? So obviously, socially responsible children. Education is not just about English, math, science. This is, I think, a cliched statement I keep making. My students have got fed up hearing this. I keep telling my teachers that textbook is not education. This is education. That is simultaneously something that has to happen. Collaboration, we cannot do anything unless and until we all come together. As I said, it's not a zero-sum game. And when we say community engagement, it's about orphanage visits, it's about old age homes, sapling, etc. We wanted to think something different. Next slide, please. And on the World Heart Day, this is something that really caught my attention, that India, it seems, is the capital of chronic heart disease. And already we were just listening, all the youngsters, Siddharth Shukla and so many others. I cannot recall it. I'm not very good with the names of celebrities. So therefore, at such a young age, in the gym collapsed. Such was, everything was happening around, amongst the near and dear ones. So youngsters just, suffering a heart attack. Next. So this is, we have to do a community engagement program. Fine. But why heart? This is the reason, why heart? And these are some shocking statistics that I was browsing through. One person every 33 seconds. I don't mean to scare you all. I just want to make you all aware. And 70% of heart attack deaths occurred in the 30 to 60 age group. That's a tremendous shift, a tectonic shift that happened post-pandemic. The doctors will be able to say why like that. So next one. So I think this was enough. And then in that newspaper report, this is what I came across. So there was this appeal that please take it to the school level so that we catch them young. So सबसे आसान तरीका ऐसा है कि invite some doctors and have a session with the students. Okay? What are students doing there? They are a passive role. We wanted to change it. And rather, instead of they sitting there and listening to somebody, let them be the spokesperson. Let them carry the message forward. So they become active members of this movement. And when we can, even if we can touch 10% of our students who become very vocal about it, change their lifestyle, tell the people around, I think we have achieved our target. So therefore, this is the answer to why heart care. Why did we choose this? Next. And we did not have this expertise, and therefore we have tied up with Heart Care Society of Assam, who are already the evangelists in this, in this domain, and they're really doing good work across the length and breadth of the state. Next one. And they have recently got recognition as member of the prestigious World Heart Federation. So this expertise, I will say take care of your heart, nobody will believe. You have studied physics, you're not a doctor, right? Please don't come to lecture. So therefore, this is our way of saying, listen to it from the experts, from the doctors. Next. So therefore, they have a program called Atal. I like the nomenclature, sir. Wonderful. Active program promoting lifestyle enrichment. And this message has to go right from the childhood. Because more than us, I think our children we did not have pizzas and the burgers and the chips, our children do. And I think that's why they are more at risk. And hence, it's essential, the sine qua non of any awareness program related to health, therefore should start right from school children. And next, what's our plan with NFLA? So, GM sir is our chief patron. All high officials, you all will patronize the program in your own way. Program duration is 1 year. With NFLA, our target area is Pandu Maligaon. As a school, our target area is Guwahati. I'll tell you how. Minimum frequency, I said minimum frequency, it could be more, 1 program a month. How actively you all are supporting us, on that it will depend. So therefore, and we will conclude with a roadshow. Next. So today we are launching the program. Dr. P. Maheshwari sir is here, other value officials are here, Abha Gupta ma'am is here. So we will be launching this program. There will be the future, what do we expect from railways, the venue and the logistics for all future programs. Today we will be showcasing our first Nukkar Natak, Dil Will Care Care. So you will be seeing the performance. So therefore we will take this Nukkar Natak all throughout, and that will be driven by our students and educators. We need the participation of NFLA employees. Today we have the members of NFR WWO, the treasurer, not the secretary, the joint secretary, I believe, if I'm not wrong. So therefore, ma'am, we want all of your active participation because that's the next week. Next. So this is kind of what's the vision of the program with NFLA. Next. And this is the entire plan. So 3 parts: centralized programs, maybe at Central Hospital, NFR Pandu, then we program with NFR WWO. I propose that we start with a program at the Officers Club, and then somebody of you all take charge and tell us, okay fine, this is the venue, this is the time, come over. And we hold, so I mean the target is that at least maybe 3. I'll tell you the month-wise plan. Similarly, the departments of NF Railway, the different departments take up the responsibility and tell us that, okay fine, you invite, this department, you come on this particular day. I have the entire month-wise plan ready. Next please. So what is that we expect? So Healthcare Society with expertise, the publicity, promotion and active participation of all its members. SVEA, planning, organizing, execution, implementation, Nukkar Natak to reach out and engaging other organizations. I received a very positive response from Nepal, National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research. So they also have a similar program, and they said, ma'am, today the ministry, there was a minister visiting and that's why they could not be here. So we will work together with them as well. So in this way, anybody, we have the doctors out here. So doctors, my appeal to you all, that maybe invite us in the clinics, in the hospitals, and we take the message forward. NF Railway, for the centralized programs, we need the venue, the light, the sound, which means anything that comes with a paycheck. And participation, of course, of NFR WWO. Okay, so that's our expectation. We can do even without all these light, sound, etc. But then to make an impact, unfortunately nowadays, we need a little bit of, in ordinary language, band baja. So band baja to hona chahiye thoda bahut hai, isliye. Otherwise we can always go to all the schools and initiate this. Next. So this is my month-wise proposal. First, January here, February at the Officers Club with NFR WWO, March at Rang Bhavan. Next, quickly. April again at Central Hospital. So you will see all the 3 are here. I showed you 3 branches. One are the centralized programs with NFR WWO, and program with the different departments of the railways. Next. So similarly, July, August, September. Next. October, November, December. Again, you see it's in 3 categories. And finally, let's say there is this department from the personal department, and there's an enthusiastic officer, and he stays, let's say, in Nambari, and he says, okay fine, in Nambari I will organize, and I'll ensure that there is a kind of, the residents of Nambari come together. So that is how it will become a movement. It has to become a movement. Okay, so next, and we end with a road show. That's my proposal. Next. But this is only with NFR. So is it only with NFR that we wish to do? Each and every one of you present here, you will have to help us in promoting this. So maybe if one day you see in Goshala market or Pandu market, all of a sudden our students singing, what was the song that you all were practicing? A-G, O-G, Dil Ki Suno-Ji, something they were practicing. All the last 1 week, I can only hear those songs. So therefore, if you see that in city center, all of a sudden we are, our students are jumping around, so you know that we are there. We have reached there. So therefore, marketplaces, malls, with the Healthcare Society, doctors who are here, residential complexes, anyone, parents, anybody, tell us that yes, this is the building I stay, I'll organize a program, we will come over. So it's not only, what I mean to say is that it is not only about doing with NFR alone, it's with the entire society. Let's come together to build a healthier community. Yes. So that's it from my end, but before I end, next slide. Before I end this impact, you know what? I don't like to plan and dream small. So I wish to take this snowball impact beyond the boundaries, the political boundary of India. And therefore it's my appeal to Assistant High Commissioner Sir that let's create an opportunity where maybe we can work with the schools of Bangladesh or anything that you find, that you think is relevant. And why should the awareness be restricted to Assam, restricted to India? And I think that's how we really nurture global citizens. So I would like to end by saying that, as educators, we follow Michael Fullan. Michael Fullan has done a lot of research and gives us guidance on how we should be nurturing students. And he speaks of a 6C. C से तो भरा हुआ है, सब कोई C के पीछे ही भाग रहे हैं, NEP भी भाग रहे हैं C के पीछे, लोग भी trainings भी भाग रहे हैं C के पीछे. But then the C that I would like to highlight here is citizenship. And if we really have to nurture citizenship, we need to engage constructively. And when I say engage, not by making the students passive, but active participants in those engagement programs. So therefore, that's it from my end, last slide. So together, let's make a better world. Thank you, and God bless each other.
Thank you, ma'am. Definitely, I believe you successfully implanted the idea that this is not just a simple mission, but a vision for a noble cause. And I believe everyone today, after leaving from here, will definitely carry a message that without cooperation, nothing is possible. And with cooperation, definitely this mission or this vision is going to become a truth, a reality very soon.
Absolutely correct, ma'am. हमारे प्रधानाचार्य के अनमोल वचन को सुनकर मेरे दिल में ख्याल आया है, कितनी मासूम होती है ये दिल की धड़कनें, कितनी मासूम होती है ये दिल की धड़कनें, कोई सुने या ना सुने ये खामोश नहीं रहती. आज के बाद हम सभी यही कहेंगे, ये दिल धड़कने दो. जैसा कि हम सभी जानते हैं, आज के बच्चे देश के भावी नेता हैं. हम इन्हीं के माध्यम से देश में जागरूकता फैला सकते हैं और साथ ही साथ अपने देश में कुछ अच्छा करने की एक नई किरण भी ला सकते हैं. पता है अनामिका मैम, आज दिल के दौरे से प्रत्येक 33 सेकंड में एक व्यक्ति की मौत होती है. क्या आपको पता थी? मुझे भी नहीं पता थी. इस कार्यक्रम को करने के पश्चात हमने जाना कि क्या अहमियत है हमारे जीवन में. दिल का धड़कना बंद हो गया तो सब खत्म. तो आइए हम सभी मिलकर यह प्रतिज्ञा करें कि इस डर को कम करेंगे और दिल को यूं ही धड़कने देंगे.
Wonderfully said, Suman ma'am. I believe by now definitely everyone has become a little bit more aware that it's time we should take care, because a healthy heart is all that we need. Now moving forward with our today's program, I will be welcoming our distinguished guest on the stage. So we have amidst us our chief guest, His Excellency Ruhul Amin sir. Sir, would you please kindly come up to the stage? Shri Naranarayan Nath sir, Secretary SVEA. But before I proceed to the next distinguished guest, I just I'd like to welcome Assistant High Commissioner Bangladesh, His Excellency Ruhul Amin sir, to the stage. Please, I would like you all to welcome them with a huge round of applause. And then we have Shri Naranarayan Nath sir, Secretary of SVEA. Next we have Srimati Abha Gupta ma'am, who is the President of NFR WWO. Ma'am, would you please come up to the stage? And I would love that the huge round of applause keeps on going as they move towards to the stage. Then we have Dr. P. Maheshwari, who is the Chief Health Director of NF Railway. We have Dr. Nirmal Bhattacharjee, who is the ex Dr. IOCL. Next we have Anil sir, who is the CGM of Oil India Limited. And along with him, we also have Mr. V. Pandit, who is the Secretary of GM Construction. I request you all to come up to the stage and requesting everyone to welcome them with a huge round of applause. Now, as we have our distinguished guests seated on the stage, well, our respected directors, sir, have already made everyone acquainted with our distinguished guests. But we have our students who will be introducing our guests to each and everyone present here. So I'll be calling Jivitesh Kashyap of class 9 to kindly come forward and introduce Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh to everyone. Jivitesh.
Hello. A very wonderful good morning to all our guests present here. Your respectful presence is a source of pride and pleasure for the Seva fraternity. We are equally honored to have our chief guest, A.T. Ruhul Amin, the Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh. Let us have a huge round of applause for our chief guest. He is a career diplomat of Bangladesh. He joined in the Bangladesh Foreign Service in 2011. He served at different wings at Assistant Secretary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Dhaka. He also served as Secretary at the Embassy of Bangladesh in Seoul, Republic of Korea, and as a Counselor at the High Commission of Bangladesh in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. He studied LLB and LLM at the University of Dhaka and LLM in International Maritime Law at IMO International Maritime Law Institute, Metla. So we are very glad to have you among us. Thank you, sir.
Etia, Ruhul Amin Sara, সম্বৰ্ধনা জনাবলৈ মোৰ সহকৰ্মী সোনাম মেমক অনুৰোধ জনাইছো।
Thank you, Sonam ma'am. Next, I'd like to call Aparajita Medhi of class 9 to come forward and introduce Sri Naranarayan Nath with everyone.
Good morning to everyone present here. I feel immensely delighted and privileged to get this opportunity to introduce and welcome our guest of honor, Sri Naranarayan Nath sir, on the auspicious occasion of the 29th Foundation Day of our institution, St. Vivekananda English Academy. Good morning, sir. We are extremely delighted to have you with us. Sri Naranarayan Nath sir has a long list of achievements. Words fall short to describe the chain of welfare services he is connected with. Nevertheless, we take the privilege to add that Sir therefore completed his schooling from Bora, JRP, HS and MP school and went to Assam Agricultural University. He started his career as a civil servant in the year 1995 and has spent over 27 years in rendering service towards the state. In an order issued by the Department of Personnel, Government of Assam, announced that ACS Naranarayan Nath of Nalbari District Development Commissioner was transferred and appointed as the Secretary of Board of Secondary Education, SEBA, Assam. Since then, he has been working towards connecting youth minds to strive towards success and achievements I want everyone to give a huge round of applause for Naranarayan Nath sir, a man with such an incredible personality. Thank you.
ধন্যবাদ অপৰাজিতা। এতিয়া মই নাৰায়ণ নাথ ছাৰক সম্বৰ্ধনা জনাবলৈ মোৰ সহকৰ্মী মনালিছা বাইদেউক অনুৰোধ জনাইছো।
Thank you, Mona Lisa ma'am. Next, I'd like to call Sneha Devi of class 9 to introduce Srimati Abha Gupta ma'am with everyone.
A very good morning, everyone. Today is an auspicious day for us all. Today is the foundation day of our beloved school, St. Vivekananda English Academy. Hence, on this day of great importance, it is a great honor for me to introduce and welcome our guest of honor, Srimati Abha Gupta ma'am, of this startlingly beautiful event. I, on behalf of SVEA and all present here, cordially welcome you, ma'am, to our 29th Foundation Day. Srimati Abha Gupta ma'am is the current president of Northeast Frontier Railway Women's Welfare Organization. She prefers keeping herself busy in the community service and is associated with a number of welfare programs. On the occasion of Independence Day on August 15, Gupta ma'am hoisted the national flag at Jagriti Shiksha Sadan, Pandu, and distributed sweets to the students. She also visited the NFR Central Hospital at Maligaon and distributed gifts and various essentials amongst the admitted patients. She also donated steel water storage drums and microwave oven to the hospital for the use of patients. She was accompanied by Vice President, Secretary and Executive Committee members of NFRWWO. Also, NFRWWO, led by Srimati Gupta ma'am, along with other executive committee members, planted saplings at Jagriti Shiksha Niketan, Pandu, Guwahati on 6th of June on the occasion of Environmental Day. There, she briefed about the importance of Mother Nature and requested all to spread the awareness for saving the environment for a cleaner and greener earth. A lady with such a dynamic personality having a forte for unique and challenging work is surely an inspiration for all of us to follow. With this, ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, can we hear a huge round of applause for our Chief Guest of Honor, Srimati Abha Gupta ma'am? We welcome you cordially, ma'am.
ধন্যবাদ স্নেহা। এতিয়া মই আভা গুপ্তা মেমক সম্বৰ্ধনা জনাবলৈ মোৰ সহকৰ্মী বৰ্ণালী বাইদেউক অনুৰোধ জনাইছো।
Thank you, Bonali ma'am. Next, I would like to call Trina Deka of class 9 to introduce our guest, Dr. P. Maheshwari, to everyone.
Good morning, Honorable Chief Guest, respected guests of honor, and everyone present here. Today is a very important day for our school because on this very day, our beloved school, St. Vivekananda English Academy, was established. It was on this day that the institution started its long academic journey. It is therefore obvious that the day is special and needs to be observed in due manner. And on this auspicious day, it's our pleasure to welcome Dr. Vivekananda Maheshwari sir, a noble and eminent eminent personality with a great passion for work and ensuring a positive change in the society. Dr. Parmanand Maheshwari sir graduated from R.J. Medical College and Hospital and did MD in Anesthesia. He is presently the Chief Health Director of NF Railway Central Hospital in Guwahati and also an anesthesiologist. His top areas of care are preoperative evaluation of the patient and administration of anesthetic. I, on behalf of SVEA, cordially welcome you, sir, on our 29th Foundation Day. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for Dr. Parmanand Maheshwari. Thank you, sir.
ধন্যবাদ ট্ৰিনা এতিয়া মই ডক্টৰ মহেশ্বৰী ছাৰক সম্বৰ্ধনা জনাবলৈ মোৰ সহকৰ্মী সোনম বাইদেউক অনুৰোধ জনাইছোঁ
Thank you, Sonam ma'am. Next, I'd like to call upon Niyaju Rahman of class 9 to come forward and introduce our guest, Dr. Nirmal Bhattacharjee, with everyone.
A very wonderful good morning to our honorable guest and respected teacher and everyone present here. Today, I take my stand to gladly introduce our guest of honor, Dr. Nirmal Bhattacharjee sir, who is a well-known cardiologist. Dr. Nirmal Bhattacharjee sir is one of the eminent doctors of Assam and Northeast with more than 40 years of experience. He is a cardiologist and as well as a researcher. He is a gold medalist MD in Drug Information Bulletin and has a degree of diploma in cardiology and fellow of American College of Chest Physicians (FCCP). Dr. Nirmal Bhattacharjee was the president at Heart Care Society of Assam, Chief of Medical Services at Assam Oil Hospital, DGM at IOCL, Assam Oil Commission Limited, Assam Oil Hospital. Our sir is a specialist in cardiology and interventional cardiology. Sir and his team offer world-class care and guidance, always putting their patients first. We are glad to have you amongst us, sir. Thank you, sir.
ধন্যবাদ নিয়াজুৰ এতিয়া মই ডক্টৰ নিৰ্মল কান্তি ভট্টাচাৰ্য ছাৰক সম্বৰ্ধনা জনাবলৈ মোৰ সহকৰ্মী ৰমা বাইদেউক অনুৰোধ জনাইছোঁ
तालियां बजती रहनी चाहिए जोरदार तालियों के साथ हम अभिनंदन करते हैं
Thank you so much, Roma ma'am. We also have amidst us Anil sir, who is the CGM of Oil India Limited. He's an ex-Cottonian. As much as I heard about him, he was brilliant in his studies. And he's an engineer by profession. So we are delighted to have him amidst us. And I'd like to welcome him with a huge round of applause. It can be a little higher and louder.
অনিন্দ্ৰ ভগৱতী ছাৰক সম্বৰ্ধনা জনাবলৈ মোৰ সহকৰ্মী দেৱিকা বাইদেউক অনুৰোধ জনাইছোঁ
Mr. V. Pandey, Secretary of GM Construction. We are pleased to have him amidst us and thank you sir for gracing today's occasion.
এতিয়া V. Pandey ছাৰক সম্বৰ্ধনা জনাবলৈ মই পুনৰবাৰ মোৰ সহকৰ্মী মনালিসা বাইদেউক অনুৰোধ জনাইছোঁ
Thank you, Mona Lisa ma'am. So, we have a distinguished guest among us, and we'd love to hear from our chief guest, His Excellency Ruhul Amin sir, who is the Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh. So, would you please come up and enlighten everyone, enlighten and address the gathering with your golden words.
Sri Narayana, Srimati Abha Gupta, Dr. P. Maheshwari, Dr. Nirmal Kanti Bhattacharjee, Sri Anirban Bhagwati, Sri B. Pandey, Mr. Saha, the director of this school, Ms. Saha, the principal of this school. Namaskar, salam, and good morning to you all. First of all, I'd like to congratulate this school on the 29th Foundation Day. This has been a great achievement for a school like St. Vivekananda English Academy. On this auspicious day, I would also like to pay my rich tribute to great Swami Vivekananda ji, the great religious leader, a pioneer of social movement in this part of the world. He has always been regarded one of the great personalities, not only in India, also in Bangladesh. Since 1994, the school has achieved a lot. We have heard from the director of the school himself and also from the principal. Throughout the years, the school has grown bit by bit and contributed to the education of Assam as well as in India. For me, education should be the number one priority of any particular society. Because education is a sort of investment, not economic terms. It's investment for the society, for better society. Like if you sow a seed, you water, you give fertilizer, you nurture the seed every day, one day it will grow and it will give you the fruit. Likewise, educational institutions also nurture the future generation, and students at this stage, they actually get to learn the values of the society. So the teachers, they are the torchbearers of the society. And over the years, this school has done exactly that, to nurture and develop good citizen for India and also for the world. As the principal madam has already said, the students should be the global citizens. They should contribute to their family, their local society, their country, and also to the world. Because the issues we are facing are not particularly associated with any particular society or country. Most of the issues we are facing are global issues like climate change, migration, and so many other issues like we have experienced during the COVID period. This was not a problem of any particular country. It actually translated to all the countries, and we had to suffer, and there were collaboration and partnership among the countries. That's how actually we combated the COVID. So these are the things that we need to inculcate the best qualities to the students so that they get the lesson of empathy, the lesson of humanity, lesson of friendship and brotherhood. And I'm very happy to see that this school has already initiated Dil Dhadakne. This is a very good initiative. Principal Madam has already said that they want to have collaboration with Bangladesh Assistant High Commission here. Actually, I would love to be part of this noble initiative because this is for the human beings. And if we can be engaged with this initiative, we'd actually think that we are doing something good for the people, for the society. So I'd really love to be a part of this initiative. And for the students, educational institutions or educational system give you a sort of formal education, and also, as we have seen from here, there is always priority on the extracurricular activities. You have to be engaged with the cultural activities, sports activities, humanitarian activities. That's how we will grow up as good human beings. So I appreciate you if you engage with these extracurricular activities during your school days. It will help you in future. When you will join the workforce, you get to know what is the importance of these extracurricular activities. You get the leadership if you engage with this sort of activities from school. So I not waste much of your time. We have already been here for so long. And finally, I would like to thank the organizer for inviting me in this important occasion of the foundation day of this school. I'd like to thank all of you and also congratulate the school, the teachers, the students and parents. I wish all the best to this school for the future. Thank you all.
ধন্যবাদ স্যার। এতিয়া মঞ্চত উপবিষ্ট অসম মাধ্যমিক শিক্ষা পৰিষদৰ সচিব শ্ৰদ্ধাৰ নৰনাৰায়ণ ছাৰক দুআষাৰ বক্তব্য ৰাখিবলৈ অনুৰোধ জনালোঁ।
Respected Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh for India, Aminji, all the dignitaries present on the dais, মোৰ সন্মুখত উপস্থিত থকা বিশিষ্ট ব্যক্তিসকল, বিশিষ্ট লেখক আৰু সমালোচক ময়ূৰ বৰা ডাঙৰীয়া, শ্ৰদ্ধাৰ এই স্কুলৰ ডিৰেক্টৰ, প্ৰিন্সিপাল মেডাম, শিক্ষক শিক্ষয়িত্ৰীসকল আৰু মোৰ মৰমৰতী ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীসকল, সকলোকে আজি এই বিশেষ দিনটোত মই শুভেচ্ছা জনাইছোঁ। স্কুল এখনে ইমান সফলতাৰে ইমান দীঘলীয়া এটা পৰিক্ৰমা অতিক্ৰম কৰাটো সহজ কথা নহয়, গতিকে নিতান্তই এই কথাটো গৌৰৱৰ বিষয়ে। এই স্কুল ফেটাৰ্নিটিৰ লগত জড়িত আটাইবিলাককে মই আজি শুভেচ্ছা জনাইছোঁ আৰু অভিনন্দন জনাইছোঁ। লগতে আজি এই বিশেষ দিনটোত শ্ৰদ্ধাৰে সুঁৱৰিছোঁ ভাৰতীয় দৰ্শনক, যিগৰাকী মহীয়সীয়ে গোটেই পৃথিৱীৰ আগত দাঙি ধৰাৰ কাৰণে চেষ্টা কৰিছিল আৰু যুৱ শক্তিক লৈ এখন নতুন পৃথিৱীৰ কল্পনা কৰিছিল, স্বামী বিবেকানন্দ, তেখেতক শ্ৰদ্ধাৰে সুঁৱৰিছোঁ। মোৰ পৰিচয় কৰাই দিওঁতে সেৱাৰ সচিব বুলি পৰিচয় কৰাই দিছে গতিকে মই অলপমান আপোনালোকেও চাগে ভাল পাব কাৰিকুলাৰ এক্টিভিটি পৰীক্ষা এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ এক্সামিনেশ্যন এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কথা ক'লে চাগে আপোনালোক উপকৃত হ'ব গতিকে মই সেই লাইনটোতে দুআষাৰ খুব চমুকে মই ক'বলৈ ওলাইছোঁ আৰম্ভণিতে আমি এটা ৰিচেণ্টলি হোৱা আমাৰ সেৱাৰ পৰা হোৱা এটা অভিজ্ঞতাৰ কথা মই আপোনালোকক শ্বেয়াৰ কৰিব বিচাৰিছোঁ যে আমি যোৱা কেইমাহমান আগতে ফৰ ক্লাছ 10 ষ্টুডেণ্টছ আমি স্পকেন ইংলিছৰ এটা এণ্ড্ৰইড এপ এটা মুকলি কৰিছিলোঁ স্পকেন ইংলিছ আৰু আমি ক্লাছ 10ৰ আমাৰ ইংলিছ ছাবজেক্টটোত 10 নম্বৰ ইণ্টাৰনেল এছেছমেণ্টৰ কাৰণে মাৰ্ক থাকে মেট্ৰিকত সেইটো সেই মাৰ্ক 10 মাৰ্ক কাউণ্ট হয় সেই 10 মাৰ্ক স্পকেন ইংলিছ এপটোৰ পৰা আমি দিবলৈ আটাইবিলাক স্কুলকে আমি এটা ইনষ্ট্ৰাকশ্যন দিছিলোঁ সেই অনুসৰি ক্লাছ 10ৰ ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীসকলে তাত পৰীক্ষা দিলে আৰু তেনেধৰণে সেই ইণ্টাৰনেল এছেছমেণ্টৰ মাৰ্কো সোমালে এতিয়া এই যে অভিজ্ঞতাটো এই অভিজ্ঞতাৰ ওপৰত মই দুটামান আপোনালোকক মানে কি কয় ফিচাৰ দুটামান ক'ব বিচাৰিছোঁ যিকেইটা মানে আমি অলপমান চিন্তা কৰিবলগীয়া যে পোনপ্ৰথমতে যেতিয়া এণ্ড্ৰইড বেছ এপ আছিল এইটো মুকলি কৰি দিয়া গ'ল স্বাভাৱিকতে প্ৰশ্ন উঠিছিল যে ল'ৰা ছোৱালীবিলাকে কেনেকৈ এটা এণ্ড্ৰইড মোবাইল পাব তো তাৰ কাৰণে আমি গোটেইখিনি হোমৱৰ্ক কৰি আমি এপটো এৰি দিছিলোঁ আচৰিত হ'ব 2,94,000 ইউনিক মোবাইল ইউজ কৰিছে 2,94,000 ইউনিক মোবাইল আৰু এটা মোবাইল সেভেল টাইম ইউজ কৰাটো বেলেগ কথা ইউনিক মোবাইল 2,94,000 কৰিছে অনবোৰ্ড টিল টুডে অনবোৰ্ড 4 লাখৰ ওপৰত ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰী সেই এপটোত আছে আৰু আটাইতকৈ আচৰিত হ'ব গুগল প্লে ষ্টৰত 7 পজিশ্যনত আছে ডাউনলোডৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত মানে সেই এপটো অসমত ডাউনলোডেড মানে এপৰ 7 পজিশ্যনত আছে তো মানে আমাৰ সদায় এটা হেজিটেশ্যন থাকে যে নতুন কাম এটা কৰোঁতে যে কি ধৰণৰ ইয়াৰ ফল হ'ব কি ধৰণৰ ই হ'ব কিন্তু এই কথাটোৱে আমাক খুব উৎসাহ যোগালে আৰু 3,33,000 ষ্টুডেণ্টে অনলাইন পৰীক্ষা দিলে অসমৰ হিষ্ট্ৰী প্ৰথমবাৰৰ কাৰণে এপত পৰীক্ষা হ'ল এপ এটাৰ মাধ্যমেৰে প্ৰথমবাৰৰ কাৰণে অসমত পৰীক্ষা হ'ল গতিকে আপোনালোকৰ সহযোগত হৈছে শিক্ষাৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত জড়িত সকলো ব্যক্তিৰ সহযোগত হৈছে ইয়াত সেৱাৰ কোনো কৃতিত্ব নাই কিন্তু এই কথাটো মই ভাবিলোঁ যে আজি একদম খুব ভাল উপলক্ষ্য য'ত এই কথাটো আই শুড শ্বেয়াৰ তো আপোনালোকক শ্বেয়াৰ কৰিলোঁ এতিয়া আপোনালোকে জানে যে NEP 2020 আমাৰ ইমপ্লিমেণ্টেশ্যন ষ্টাৰ্ট হৈ গ'ল আমি কেইদিনমান আগলৈকে আমাৰ নকিং এটা দৌৰ বুলি কৈ আছিলোঁ এতিয়া নহয় এতিয়া অলৰেডি ইমপ্লিমেণ্টেশ্যন ষ্টাৰ্ট হ'ল গতিকে NEP 2020ৰ লগত ৰিলেশ্যন ৰাখি কিছু চেঞ্জেছ আমি পৰীক্ষা ব্যৱস্থা আৰু কোৰ্চ কাৰিকুলামতো কৰিব লাগিব কোৰ্চ কাৰিকুলামটো নেশ্যনেল লেভেলত হ'ব NCF বুলি কয় নেশ্যনেল কাৰিকুলাম ফ্ৰেমৱৰ্ক তাত মানে 70% নেশ্যন ৱাইড এটা ক্লাছ ৱাইজ ফিক্স কৰা এটা কোৰ্চেছ থাকিব বিভিন্ন ছাবজেক্টত আৰু 30% এৰিয়া স্পেচিফিক হ'ব মানে অসমৰ কাৰণে আমি 30% তাত চেপ্টাৰ বা টপিকছ আমি ইনকৰ্পৰেট কৰাৰ কাৰণে আমি সুবিধা পাম গতিকে এই কামখিনি হৈ আছে আৰু অনতিপলমে NCF চৰকাৰে ইমপ্লিমেণ্টেশ্যনৰ কাৰণে মুকলি কৰি দিব এতিয়া তাৰ লগত পৰীক্ষা ব্যৱস্থাৰো কিছু সলনি হ'ব কাৰণ NEP 2020 কৈছে যে এডুকেশ্যন শুড বি কনচেপচুৱেলাইজড এডুকেশ্যন মানে এনেকুৱা নহয় যে আমি খুব যে মুখস্থ কৰি কিবা এটা কৰিলোঁ তেনেকুৱা ক্ষেত্ৰত একেবাৰে গুৰুত্ব দিয়া নাই কনচেপচুৱেলাইজ এডুকেশ্যনৰ কথা কৈছে যে পঢ়ি পাঠটো বুজি তাৰ পৰা এনচাৰ কৰিব পৰা ল'ৰা ছোৱালী হ'ব লাগিব 3 ইডিয়টছত যিটো ব্ৰাঞ্চত আছে যেনেধৰণে পঢ়িছিল সেই ধৰণৰ এটা ৰিডিঙৰ ব্যৱস্থা পঢ়া ষ্টাডিৰ ব্যৱস্থা দ্বিতীয়তে ক'লে যে যদি কনচেপচুৱেলাইজ এডুকেশ্যনটো টেষ্ট কৰিব লগা হয় মানে এক্সামিন কৰিব লগা হয় ষ্টুডেণ্টে একচুৱেলি কনচেপচুৱেলাইজ কৰিব পাৰিছে নে নাই তেনেহ'লে এক্সামিনেশ্যন চিষ্টেমটো তেনেকুৱা হ'ব লাগিব য'ত আমি সেই কথাটো আমি এছাৰ্টেইন কৰিব পাৰোঁ সেইকাৰণে প্ৰথমবাৰৰ বাবে এইবাৰ আমি HSLC দি আমি নেক্সট আমাৰ মাৰ্চ মাহত আমাৰ HSLC পৰীক্ষা হ'ব তাত আমি 4 ছাবজেক্ট কেইটা আমি 50% অবজেক্টিভ কুৱেশ্যন ৰাখিছোঁ। মানে 90 মাৰ্কছৰ থাকে, কোৰ ছাবজেক্টবিলাকত 90 মাৰ্কছৰ এক্সাম হয়। এই 90 মাৰ্কছৰ 45 অবজেক্টিভ টাইপ হ'ব, বাকী 45 ডেছক্ৰিপটিভ টাইপ হ'ব। আৰু এই যে 45 অবজেক্টিভ টাইপ হ'ব, সেইখিনি যদি এনচাৰ কৰিবলগীয়া হয়, তেতিয়া চেপ্টাৰটো ভালকৈ নপঢ়িলে কোনেও এনচাৰ কৰিব নোৱাৰে, ভালকৈ এনচাৰ কৰিব নোৱাৰে। কাৰণ তাত 100% টেক্সট বুকৰে বস্তু আছে, কিন্তু এই কথাটো মানে আমাৰ সন্মুখত লৈ আহিব একচুৱেলি টেক্সট বুকৰ চেপ্টাৰটো ষ্টুডেণ্টজনে ভালকৈ পঢ়িছে নে নাই, নে আগৰ ধৰণে ক'ৰবাত কিবা গাইড বুক কিবা কিবি ক'ৰবাত দিয়া নোটছ এনেকুৱা পঢ়িয়ে পৰীক্ষা প্ৰিপেয়াৰ কৰিলে। গতিকে সেই চেঞ্জেছটো আহিছে আৰু খুব উৎসাহ আমি ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীৰ মাজত দেখা পাইছোঁ। এইবাৰ 4,22,185 জন 4,22,185 মেট্ৰিকত আমাৰ HSLC পৰীক্ষাত ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰী অৱতীৰ্ণ হ'ব। আৰু আমি আশা ৰাখিছোঁ যে আমাৰ প্ৰত্যেকবাৰে হোৱাৰ ধৰণে এইবাৰো আমাৰ যোৱাবাৰতকৈ এটলিষ্ট আমাৰ ভাল ৰিজাল্ট হ'ব, ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীৰ মাজত ভাল ৰিজাল্ট হ'ব। কাৰণ যোৱা 2 বছৰ বিশেষকৈ 20 চনতো 21 চনত পৰীক্ষা পাতিব পৰা নগ'ল। আকৌ 22ত যিটো HSLC এক্সামিনেশ্যন হ'ল, তাত আমি কাৰিকুলাম অলপ কোৰ্চ কাৰিকুলাম অলপ কাৰ্টেইল কৰিবলগীয়া হ'ল। গতিকে এইবাৰ ফুল পাঠ্যক্ৰমে সম্পূৰ্ণ পাঠ্যক্ৰমেৰে এইবাৰ পৰীক্ষা হ'ব আৰু আশা ৰাখিছোঁ যে এইবাৰ এছেছমেণ্টৰ ক্ষেত্ৰতো আমাৰ কাৰণে খুব সুবিধাজনক হ'ব। গতিকে এইখিনি মই ভাবিলোঁ আৰু দীঘলীয়া কৰি যাব পাৰি, কিন্তু এতিয়া নকওঁ, বহুত ডিগনিটাৰিজ আছে, আপোনালোকৰ বহুত প্ৰগ্ৰেম আছে। আমিও ইতিমধ্যে 2 ঘণ্টা অতিক্ৰম কৰিলোঁ অফিচ খোলা দি। তৎসত্বেও আৰু ময়ূৰ বৰা ডাঙৰীয়াৰ য'ত মানে তেখেতে ক'বলগীয়া আছে সেইটো নিশ্চয়কৈ চবেই মানে খুব ভালকৈ শুনা ভাল হ'ব। অতি সুবক্তা, ভাল সমালোচক অসমৰ এগৰাকী। গতিকে মই মোৰ বক্তব্য ইমানতে সামৰণি মাৰিছোঁ আৰু ইয়ালৈ মাতি অনাৰ বাবে আই ফিল ৰিয়েলি প্ৰিভিলেজ টু বি ইনভাইটেড হিয়াৰ আৰু এই সুবিধাটো দিয়াৰ কাৰণে আৰু থেংক ইউ ভেৰি মাছ।
Thank you, sir. Indeed, we are privileged to have you amidst us. So today is an auspicious day. We are together here celebrating the 29th foundation day of our school. It's the birth anniversary of our icon, Swami Vivekananda, as well as it's a National Youth Day. So we have taken the opportunity to launch the program Dhadakne today, as we have our esteemed guests with us, our special guests, our parents, the students of the school, the teachers, everyone associated with the school and who are going to be a partner throughout the journey of the program are present today. So taking this opportunity, we are going to launch the program Dhadakne. This program is going to run longer as per your cooperation and collaboration, but today is just a day when we are going to launch it to commemorate the day. And to symbolize this event, we all will be having a placard in our hand which will be distributed to everyone present here now. So as the program is getting launched today, we have Roma ma'am to hand over the placards to our distinguished guests. Thank you, Roma ma'am. It's indeed a wonderful day, a day to remember. Thank you, our guests. So we loved having you on the stage, requesting our dear guests to kindly take your seat as we move forward with our today's program. Thank you everyone. Requesting Dr. Maheshwari sir to kindly be on the stage as we are looking forward to hear some enlightening words from you, sir. And also requesting Mr. V. Pandey sir to kindly be on the stage as we are also looking forward to hear some enlightening words from you.
मैं अनुरोध करूंगी पूर्वोत्तर सीमा रेल के मुख्य स्वास्थ्य निदेशक डॉक्टर पी महेश्वरी सर से कि वो आए और अपने मूल्यवान 2 शब्द हमारे सामने पेश करें।
नमस्कार। The invited guests and the dignitaries here who are present here, the management of the school, the faculty of the school, the dear students, sisters and brothers. First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me to participate in this auspicious occasion, and that too for a topic which is very dear to our respected General Manager, Sri Anil Guptaji. I would like to assure you that you will be getting full support from NFR so far this program is concerned, and for the whole year. And as you know, in Indian Railways we run trains, and in trains we need an engine and few coaches, and our engine is here, Mrs. Abha Madam, who will be supervising the program, and under her guidance we assure you that the medical department of NFR will give you full support for wherever you go in this endeavor. The topic is rightly chosen, and I'd like to tell you that this is the biggest problem in the current society. We have lots of non-communicable diseases. We have come over communicable diseases because of better sanitation or whatever, but this is a big issue that we are facing, and this is a right occasion that it is the Swamiji's birthday, and the problem why we are facing this is multifold. We have landed into our food habits, we have landed into a very poor lifestyle, and if we see the lifestyle, the biggest issue today we face is the stress that we are facing because of the various reasons, and the stress that we face, that leads to lots of diseases, and the heart disease is one of these. Of course, we face a lot of lifestyle change, and another change is the food habits led by the Swiggies and Zomatos. So we'll have to come over it, and you have rightly said that you are connecting students to this program. So naturally students will realize, because if I want to be punctual, for example, I will have to be punctual first before I want my staff to be punctual. So if the students, when they will be involved and when they will try to educate people that you should do this, you should do that, before that they will also have to follow those things. So I am sure that this will benefit the society, and I congratulate all of you on this auspicious occasion of this foundation day of this school, and thank you very much. With this I conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now requesting Mr. V. Pandey, sir, to come forward and speak a few words.
Respected dignitaries present here, मैं सभी को सादर वंदन करता हूँ और विवेकानंद इंस्टीट्यूट को धन्यवाद देता हूँ कि उन्होंने मुझे यहाँ आमंत्रित किया कुछ शब्द कहने के लिए। वैसे तो मैं डॉक्टर नहीं हूँ, लेकिन जो विवेकानंद इंस्टीट्यूट का ये इनिशिएटिव है, इसकी प्रेरणा जो है ये मुझे लगता है ये ईश्वरीय प्रेरणा है, क्योंकि ऐसे समय में इसको मतलब प्रिंसिपल मैडम और यहाँ पे जो भी इसके रचयिता या करता हैं उनके मन में आना और ये इसको जो है 1 साल के लिए इस वेलफेयर प्रोग्राम को चलाना, ये इससे अच्छा समय नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि ये एक ऐसा मतलब अननोन एंड अनरिकॉग्नाइज्ड पैंडेमिक है हार्ट सीजर के केसेस को, कि इससे अच्छा समय नहीं मिल सकता कि जब इस प्रोग्राम को चलाया जाता। अगर इस प्रोग्राम को चलाने से हमने एक भी लाइफ को बचा लिया, क्योंकि अभी कल की ही मैं बात बताता हूँ कि कल एक मस्कट में इंडियन स्टूडेंट बैडमिंटन खेलते हुए अचानक उसको हार्ट सीजर हुआ और 20 सेकंड का ही जो गोल्डन टाइम होता है उसमें उसको बचाया नहीं जा सका। और कानपुर में पिछले इस विंटर सीजन में ही कानपुर सिटी में 98 लोगों की डेथ हार्ट सीजर से हुई है। तो ये ऐसा अनरिकॉग्नाइज्ड पैंडेमिक चल रहा है जो कोविड के बाद आया है, जिस पे अभी किसी का ध्यान नहीं है और मैडम का ध्यान इस पे गया है। ये मुझे लगता है ये स्वामी विवेकानंद जी की ही प्रेरणा होगी, अदरवाइज मतलब ये ऐसा मतलब मैं इसको खुद हमेशा फील कर रहा था कोई इसमें कुछ कर क्यों नहीं रहा है। और हमारे जीएम सर की जो इसमें सहयोग है, हमारा NFR रेलवे इसके लिए पूरी तरीके से तत्पर है। जो भी इसमें हमारी तरफ से सहयोग बन पड़ेगा हम लोग पूरी तरीके से इसमें करेंगे। तो ये और ये इसमें मैं तो बोलता हूँ अगर एक लाइफ भी बचा ली तो बहुत बड़ी बात है, लेकिन मुझे लगता है हम लोग अगर इस प्रोग्राम को कर पाए साल भर में तो कम से कम हम 500 से 1000 लोगों की ज़िंदगी बचाएंगे, वो भी नई जनरेशन की। क्योंकि अभी एक घटना है 1-2 दिन पहले की, एक बिल्डिंग में आग लगी, फायर ब्रिगेड एम्बुलेंस वगैरह पहुँच गई, लेकिन उसमें 5 मतलब जिसमें 1 साल 3 साल 5 साल 12 साल के बच्चों को हार्ट सीजर हुआ। वो तो एम्बुलेंस थी तो उनको बचाया जा सका, लेकिन ये ऐसा मतलब क्यों हो रहा है कोविड के बाद? कोई बोलता है ब्लड थिकनिंग हो रही है या क्या हो रहा है। इस पर भी R&Ds भी होनी है जो कि डॉक्टर्स लोग ज़्यादा अच्छा बताएंगे, ये जो हार्ट केयर इंस्टीट्यूट के लोग। तो मैं एक कॉमन पर्सन के रूप में जो भी मेरी जानकारी थी तो उस तरीके से मैं प्रस्तुत कर रहा हूँ। ये बहुत ही सुंदर इनिशिएटिव है और हमारी मैडम आभा गुप्ता यहाँ पे उपस्थित हैं, जिनकी तरफ से उनका भी एक पूरा सहयोग का आश्वासन है कि NFR WWA भी पूरी अपने दिलो जान से इस प्रयास में भागीदार रहेगा। अच्छा, आज जो है मैं यहाँ पे हूँ और ये विवेकानंद इंस्टीट्यूट है, विवेकानंद की बर्थ एनिवर्सरी है, तो मुझे अद्वैत वेदांत के कुछ सूत्र का जिक्र करने से मेरा मन जो है, अगर मैडम बोले तो मैं इसका जिक्र करूं। वैसे शंकर ने बोला है कि ब्रह्मसूत्र का चर्चा वहीं करनी चाहिए, ज्ञान देना तो मेरे जैसे छोटे आदमी के लिए बस की बात नहीं है, लेकिन ब्रह्मसूत्र की चर्चा भी उनके साथ करनी चाहिए जिनका अंतःकरण शुद्ध हो। तो क्योंकि यहाँ सब बच्चे हैं, हम ये मान के चलते हैं कि सबके अंतःकरण शुद्ध होंगे तो मैं उनकी चर्चा कर सकता हूँ। तो मैं जो ब्रह्मसूत्र के 4 मार्ग बताए गए हैं अंतःकरण शुद्ध करने के, उनको मैं बताता हूँ। अगर किसी भी बच्चे को इसका जो है मतलब थोड़ा सा भी उसको ट्रिगर करेगा तो मेरा ये वक्तव्य सफल होगा। पहला है नित्यानित्य वस्तु विवेक। हमें वही काम करना है जो अनित्य हो। मतलब हम जब भी कोई काम करें तो ये सोचें कि क्या ये अभी शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए, लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए इसकी क्या लॉन्जिविटी है। लॉन्जिविटी शुड बी द मेन क्राइटेरिया टू डिसाइड कि हमें क्या करना है। दूसरा है सत्यासत्य वस्तु विवेक। हमें वही काम करना है जो असत हो, मतलब कंटिन्यूटी में हो। अगर वो तुरंत खत्म हो जा रहा है तो हमें उसको नहीं करना, हमें सत्य चीज़ों को ही करना है। तीसरा है भोग वृत्ति का त्याग। हम लोग सारे लोग गृहस्थ हैं, संसार में रहते हैं, लेकिन जो इसकी वृत्तियां हैं जितना संभव हमें उसको अवॉइड करना चाहिए, ये भोग वृत्ति का त्याग है। चौथा जो है ब्रह्मसूत्र का है कि अस्तेय। वैसे तो ये जैन धर्म में भी है, लेकिन क्योंकि हमने देखा है सारे धर्मों में एक ही बातें विभिन्न रूपों में लिखी, शब्दावलियाँ अलग अलग हैं, तो हमें उतने ही धन को इकट्ठा करना जितनी हमको ज़रूरत है। उसकी जगह ब्रह्मसूत्र में बताया गया है, द्वैत वेदांत का पाठ है, शंकर ने बोला है कि हमें 6 संपदाएं इकट्ठी करनी है। तो मैं उनका जिक्र करूंगा। पहला तो है श्रम, किसी का अहित नहीं करना है। दूसरा है दम, इंद्रियों को हमेशा, क्या इंद्रियों का एक प्रवृत्ति होती है कि वो हमेशा सरल मार्ग पे जाती हैं, उनको ऊर्ध्वगामी बनाना है। तीसरा है तितिसा, अपने शरीर को तप द्वारा बलिष्ठ बनाना है। चौथा है उपरेत, हमें विरक्त का भाव होना चाहिए। और पांचवा है समाधान, छठा है श्रद्धा। श्रद्धा लभते ज्ञानम, हमें जो भी हम करें, अगर हमें, जैसे मैं ही बोल रहा हूँ, अगर आपको किसी भी बच्चे को लगेगा कि क्या बोल रहा है, क्या समय खराब कर रहा है, तो अगर हमारी बात पर श्रद्धा हो गई, हमारी 6 बातें वो ग्रहण करेगा, तो वो उसको ये 6 संपदाएं कुछ आगे अच्छे मार्ग पे ले जाएंगी। इसी आशा के साथ मैं अपनी बात समाप्त करता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir. Well, today, as I already mentioned, is an auspicious day. Auspicious not only because we have launched the program, but also because we are looking forward for the commemorative speech by none other than Mr. Mayur Bora, sir, who is a man of original thinking and is a versatile writer. So we are looking forward for that segment, for which definitely I am very excited. But before that, we'll be present, a short drama will be presented by the students. So Suman ma'am, over to you.
थैंक यू सो मच अनामिका मैम। ब्रह्म ज्ञान सुनने के पश्चात मैं यही कहना चाहूँगी, थैंक यू सो मच सर, और हम सभी आपके विचारों को आत्मसात करेंगे। इसी विचार के साथ इस कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हुए मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ, जिंदगी तो आसान नहीं होती, हम इसे अधिक मुश्किल बना देते हैं। तो आज इन्हीं समस्याओं को उबारने के लिए, या यह कहूँ कि दिल के दौरे जैसी समस्याओं से उबारने के लिए हमारे समक्ष हमारे विद्यालय के विद्यार्थी नुक्कड़ नाटक प्रस्तुत करेंगे। नुक्कड़ नाटक आम जनता की, उन्हीं की भाषा में, उन्हीं की समस्याओं को आधार बनाकर खेला जाता है। तो जोरदार तालियों के साथ हमारे विवेकन, हमारे विद्यार्थियों का स्वागत करें। मैं अनुरोध करूंगी सभी विद्यार्थी मंच पर आए और हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें।
अपनी सेहत से खिलवाड़ ना करे। मशहूर गायक नेकी की लाइव कंसर्ट के दौरान थोड़े से केके की मौत, यह तो वही गायक है ना जिनको 2019 में श्रेष्ठ गायक पुरस्कार से पुरस्कृत किया गया था। एक और मशहूर कलाकार सीता शुक्ला के दिल के दौरान मौत।
अरे ये तो वही है ना बिग बॉस का विजेता। इतनी सारी मौतें, हाय राम। चलो कुछ करें, क्यों नहीं? और क्या क्यों ना ये दिल के दौरे के बारे में लोगों के बीच जागरूकता बढ़ाई जाए।
पर लोग तो अब नहीं सुनते हैं।
तो फिर कुछ गानों के जरिए ये संदेश लोगों तक पहुंचाई जा सकती है।
सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों,
सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों,
दिल के दौरे को पहचानो,
दिल के दौरे को पहचानो।
जरा सा आप लोग ध्यान से सुन लो, दौरे से बचने की ये जुबानी हमें कहना है जो ध्यान से सुनो, हमें कहना है जो ध्यान से सुनो। दिल का भंवर करे पुकार, दिल का दर्द सुनो, दिल का दर्द सुनो रे हो। दिल का भंवर करे पुकार, दिल का दर्द सुनो, दिल का दर्द सुनो रे। दिल तो बहुमूल्य है, प्यार का भरोसा है, दिल है तो सारा जहान है। शराब और धूम्रपान, गुटखा और नशा तमाम, करे ये सब बेईमान है। स्वार्थ हमारी सरकारे, दिल की चीख सुनो रे हो। दिल का भंवर करे पुकार, दिल का दर्द सुनो, दिल का दर्द सुनो रे। अरे सुनो जी। क्या जी? Dina din da, dina din da, dina din da, dina din da. Ram pam pam ram pam pam ram pam pam ram pam ram pam pam ram pam pam ram pam pam ram pam ram pam 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 ram pam pam pam. ए जी ओ जी, ए जी ओ जी, ओ जी सुनो जी, कहते हैं हम सबको तुम भी सुनो जी। 1 2 का 4, 4 2 का 1, we are Vivekans, करो ऐसा जतन बने जीवन रतन। ओ है योगा और व्यायाम, ओ मजबूत इंसान, दिल को ऐसे ना तकलीफ दो जी, तकलीफ दो। घर का खाना खाओ, स्वस्थ रहो जी, बैठो कोलेस्ट्रॉल पर काबू पाओ जी। 1 2 का 4, 4 2 का 1, we are Vivekans, करो ऐसा जतन बने जीवन रतन।
रुको रुको रुको, एक छोटा सा बदलाव है। चलो क्यों ना हम इस जीवन संजीवनी उपाय को एक गाने के द्वारा प्रदर्शित करें।
किसी की जिंदगी तुम्हें बचानी है, हमी है दिल की धड़कनें जगानी है। तुम मत करो फिजूल यार इंतजार, जीवन संजीवनी दो यार। किसी की जिंदगी तुम्हें बचानी है, हमी है दिल की धड़कनें जगानी है। तो मत करो फिजूल यार इंतजार, जीवन संजीवनी दो यार। रखना है। उसे जगा उसे बुलाओ एक बार कि सांस बंद है क्या देखो मेरे यार, मदद के वास्ते पुकारो जोरदार, 108 डायल करो यार। मिलाओ दोनों हाथों की ये उंगलियां, बीच सीने के रखो हथेलियां। मिलाओ दोनों हाथों की ये उंगलियां, बीच सीने के रखो हथेलियां। दबाओ सीना जोर से बार बार, 1 मिनट में 100 से 120 बार, कि देखो सीना ऊपर आए हर बार, जीवन संजीवनी दो यार। दो इंच सीने को दबाना है, दोनों हाथ तुमको सीधे रखना है। 2 इंच सीने को दबाना है, दोनों हाथ तुमको सीधे रखना है। जो थक जाओ तो दूजे को बुलाना है, कि सर को पीछे जो को आगे रखना है। रखना खुद पे और खुदा पे एतबार, 30 मिनट तक यार। किसी की जिंदगी तुम्हें बचानी है, हमी है दिल की धड़कने जगानी है। तो मत करो फिजूल यार इंतजार, जीवन संजीवनी दो यार, जीवन संजीवनी दो यार, जीवन संजीवनी दो यार।
प्रिय दर्शकों, अगर सहमत हो तो विवेकानंद के इस रूल्स को फॉलो करें। केवल अपने दिल की सुने, अपने घर परिवार को खुश रखना हो तो विवेकानंद की इस धुन को सदा चुने। धन्यवाद।
Lovely, lovely, wonderful. Definitely we are going to derive some wonderful message from this. It's said that better than words, I think action does it. And I believe everyone present here has learned something from what the tiny little ones tried to portray. So now, as we all know that together we are working for a cause. We have a person amongst us. This person also shares the same dream that we are dreaming of. We are walking in the same path. Maybe the light will guide us together. And that person is none other than Dr. Nirmal Bhattacharjee. Sir, please come up to the stage as we are eagerly waiting to hear some really enlightening and beautiful words from you. So we have Sir on the stage. Welcome you, sir, with a huge round of applause. Little louder. Thank you.
Yes.
A little change in the sequence. I think the members of NFR WWO, they have some engagement and they wish to leave. So can we just finish off with the felicitation, please?
We would be definitely hearing from Dr. Nirmal sir, but before that, we also have active people behind this mission, and they are present with us, and definitely I'll be addressing them. I'll be calling our guests today on stage as we felicitate them. So we have members from NF Railway Women's Welfare Organization, Abha Gupta ma'am, who is the president of NFR WWO, Nidhi Gupta ma'am, treasurer NFR WWO, Nirupama Mahajan, executive member NFR WWO, Ruma Mandal, joint treasurer NFR WWO, Ranjana Pandey, joint secretary NFR WWO, and Deepika Chanda, member NFR WWO. So, requesting we also have Diganto Dr. sir and also other members who are present with us for the cause, and definitely we'd love to have you on stage. We also have Diganto Datta sir on stage. I'm requesting Borali ma'am to felicitate our guest, Diganto Datta sir. We are really pleased and obliged to have everyone with us today. Nirmal Kanti sir, please come on the stage.
Namaskar. Good afternoon to all of you. This is a very special moment, special occasion for us, for the Heart Society of Assam to be associated with the Saint Vivekananda English Academy on the auspicious day of the Swami Vivekananda's birthday. Now, It is just a chance encounter with these two persons, the beautiful couple, and the putting an idea into their mind to continue with the activity that we are doing, and ultimately is brought fruit. We've seen the culmination of that effort today. We're going to have our collaborative program with the St. Vivekananda English Academy. Now, I convey my greetings to all of you from the Heart Care Society of Assam. Today I'm going to talk much about the heart, but mission about the heart that we are pursuing, we're doing. Our society, the Heart Care Society of Assam, as you can know, it is about the caring for the heart. It was established in 1999. And today, when I attended this meeting today here, this function today, the words, so inspiring words by Satirtha, telling about the growth and development of this institute. You know, every big thing starts with a small step. And Heart Care Society of Assam also in 1999, we had started with only a few members, only 5 members, and all of them are non-medical except me. And after that, it has grown to the extent that we are now having more than 1,000 members to the northeastern region, outside the state also, and we are looking after we are just aspiring to make the heart care a people's movement. I have been in this profession for the last 50 years or so, more than 50 years. The first 25 years was, we can say, it was a professional person, a doctor, a cardiologist, looking at the patient with the heart diseases. But in the next 25 years, since 1999, you can see the 25 years or so, it has become a passion not to have any patient coming to my clinic with a heart problem. There is a change that has taken place in the 50 years of my professional life. 25 years as a doctor, looking after the patient, welcoming the patient to come to my clinic because it gives them money. But next 25 years, I'm trying to find out the situation where people don't have to come to doctors for the heart problems. Let them come for any other problems, for other things, but not with the heart problems. Because the heart that was given to us by the God, by the divine, is supposed to last a lifetime, and we don't make it our lifetime. Partner, the problem that gets us into the problems of heart diseases. Today I'm very happy to find out this group doing this type of, that dramatically giving us an idea of what to be done with the patient's heart care. I'll come to it a little bit later. But just to give an idea, our main aim is preventing heart disease and promoting the health. Our tagline is, basically don't tell them to come for a treatment. We say you become aware of the problem. Awareness is the most important thing. And once you become aware of the problem, then you go for the action. Awareness does not give you anything unless you take action. And action is for prevention. Prevention is the key for heart care. Prevention is the only cure for the heart care. Next. Now our program that we are doing, we have given. Next, please. Next slide. Yeah, the program that we are doing, we are giving the title of Care for the Heart and Care for the Life. Now, these are the two important things that we have to convey to you. Next slide. Care for the heart is, yes, God pleasing. Care for the heart means it is a lifelong commitment. It is not a commitment for 1 day or 2 days, everything. It is a lifelong commitment. And next, care for the life. And care for the life is, it is for the lifetime benefit. Next one. Next. Now, why heart care? Why you want to go for the heart care? Why think about the heart care? Because, next, just go to think. Heart care is health care. Once I finish up writing that one. Heart care is health care. Your heart is what your health is, and it is better, longer, healthier life if you go that one. You can skip that one. Now I think this everyone knows about that one. The heart will be beating inside our body, the beautiful organ. they mention that Dil Dhadakne, and Dil Dhadakne every time. But people don't understand that this Dil to Beiman bhi hai. Dil Beiman hai because it is beating in my own heart, in my own body. I think about others. So that is also in one way expressing that this Dil has to look after his own health also. Next. Now, this heart is supposed to be beating all throughout our life, 80 years, 90 years. It gets diseased. Now there are a few diseases that is important. Next, one is of course these diseases when I'm born with, the congenital heart disease. Second, your rheumatic heart disease, when the valves of the heart get affected in the children. And third is when there is the electrical disturbance in the heart. And fourth, when the heart muscle gets damaged and you can pump cannot work. Now all these 4 diseases affecting the heart, there are many other diseases. But all these 4 diseases, these are what we call the preventable. Now congenital heart disease you can't prevent, it is born with the heart diseases. But these are the congenital heart disease like blue babies, hole in the heart. If they are diagnosed in time, then you can treat them and the patient can get cured. A baby can be cured of your congenital heart disease if treated in time, except of course very few percentage of cases which cannot be done. Complex cardiac diseases. Rheumatic heart disease, affecting the heart valve, can be prevented by taking care of your throat infection. Electrical disturbance of the heart muscle damage, that also can be prevented by taking the lifestyle measures. But the most important one is your heart attack. Heart attack is the most important disease that is affecting our in society now. And next, now this heart attack can happen. It is caused by coronary artery disease, and it can happen both in the both in the men and the women. Early to 30 it is only for the disease of men only. Now it has been found it also the women is also affected equally, especially after menopause. So you can have a problem with heart disease in a woman after menopause mostly. Next slide. And a problem in men and women. Next one. Now it is a global epidemic, no doubt. Everyone knows about it. But for the people in the Indian subcontinent, it is a big problem. And the big problem, why it is a big problem in the Indian subcontinent, which is called the South Asians. Indian subcontinent means India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and also in the South Asian countries. Because the incidence is very high and rising. Every day there is the rising incidence of the heart disease. Secondly, extensively shown. Third is most important is that next one. Now third important point is that it is affecting young people. The young people are mostly affected in the Indian population, as he mentioned. So that was mentioned in 2023 also we are getting the problem. Next slide. Someone should be putting that on. Please. Next. Please make the person. Yeah. It is specially given the name of the KD. CADI. KD means coronary disease in the young, and fourth is mortality is very high. So it becomes, and these are statistics, I don't want to give you statistics, already mentioned by Shatirtha. It is very, very big problem. Next one. Next. So it is number 1 killer, no doubt about it, and for us it is a big problem, not only for the physicians, for the cardiologists, but also the people in the community, the society. And this I think I have mentioned everything. Next. Well, these are all the celebrities. Now I have put these celebrities here, not to tell you that the beautiful faces are there, to tell you that all these people were having best things in their life. Everything they are having, what they wanted to do, wanted to have. But unfortunately, they could not have the life itself. All of them became the victims of the coronary artery disease. In spite of having the best things, they could afford to have everything in their life, but not the life itself. So these are the victims of coronary artery. All of them died in situations which are sometimes the situations may not be situations which are not under the control. But next one. But look at this man. He also had the problem of the coronary artery disease, but he is not a victim. He is a survivor, and he is survivor because I think all of you know. I recognize that man, Saurabh Ganguly. He had the same problem in the gym. He had the problem of heart attack, and then he took a quick decision to go to a doctor for treatment. The treatment was given very early, and he became okay. In 2 days of time, he came out of the hospital in a smiling face, with a booking at him. So next one. So he's a survivor. So the difference between the victims and the survivor is taking a quick decision and taking appropriate care. Next one. When we talk about the heart, we must understand that it is a problem of blood supply. And whenever there is a blood supply affected, it will be a problem. And then we can have a problem any part of the body. Confined only with the heart. A patient of the heart attack can also have problem in the brain, can also have problem in other organs. So there is a twin terrors of disease, cardiovascular disease. When you have the cardiovascular disease, please remember there are twin attacks. One is in the heart, it is the heart attack, coronary disease, and second is your brain, the stroke. Now these are the twins. They follow the same mechanism, same risk factor, and same things are there. Next one. And not only that, you don't get only the acute heart attack, you get a problem with your chronic heart diseases. Chronic heart diseases can give you heart failure, chronic brain disease can give you dementia. Next one, and they affect other organs like, next, we can have brain, I mentioned, eyes, the kidneys, in the intestine, and other organs. So many organs, all the organs can be affected by the process. So this is a condition where you have to take care of your heart. By taking care of your heart, you take care of everything. Next slide. So taking care of heart is taking care of the life itself. They mentioned heart care means life care. It is not only a question of taking care of the heart. You're taking care of brain, taking care of your kidneys, taking care of your eyes, intestine, and most important, you're taking care of the cancer also. The cancers are also prevented by taking the same measure that you're taking for the heart care. There's nothing different. The body is one body. Everything will affect any part. The parts may affect differently, but the root cause remains the same. That is our life care. Next one. So goal of heart care is preventing heart attack, surviving in heart attack, living after heart attack. Now, I think I have to stop it now. I can give you the goals of the heart care. Don't take that heart care means only you have to prevent it. Heart care prevention is the best thing, no doubt about it. And that should start early in the life with young people. Time would permit me to tell you why it is important in the early age. Not only in the early age, but the children. Even when the baby in the mother's womb, who develop it, the nutrition of the mother, pregnant mother, has the important bearing on the cardiovascular health in later life. The new theory, that is that. So that we're taking care of the pregnant mother also. The baby who is growing inside the mother, in the mother's womb, during pregnancy, that also looked after well, so they don't have to have a problem later in life. So you have to prevent the heart attack, start it early at life. Second, well, whatever you may do, unfortunately, it can happen that at some point of time, someone will get a problem with the heart attack. And as Sudhita mentioned, that if you take some precautions, you can survive. And next time, if you're going to prevent it, next goal will be how to survive it. Don't get succumb to the disease. And you can do by taking early care within the golden hours. If you take treatment, then you can survive. And not only that, after survival also, you must be able to live after heart attack. It is not enough to survive and becomes, invalid. So you have to live after heart attack. And all these three things can be done by taking simple measures lifestyle management. How to do it? I think I have to stop here because time won't permit. Now just to give you an idea about this beautiful demonstration of the CPR that has been given. I'm so impressed by this, by the students. This Gilhert, Deal care, okay, deal care, deal pair, deal will care. Is it no? I think it must be like that. Deal pair, make a jadu. So it is that way. So deal pair, deal care, pair and care goes together. Okay, now the beautiful demonstration has reminded me only an incident 2 days back. My friend Mr. Apostoli told me that please narrate that one. and this for an information for everyone, especially for those who are little bit aged, for the children, for others. 3 days back, a patient came to the clinic to get a treadmill test done. You know, in investigation done, you were just testing the treadmill. They referred by some doctor, seen by some doctor, and then patient was put on the treadmill. In the first stage, he did it. Next stage, there's some problem. So I was called immediately from my room. Sir, this patient is having a problem, please come and see. When I came, I saw that he has developed an acute malware infection, acute heart attack while doing a treadmill. And then immediately, within 1 minute or so, his heart stopped. His heart stopped, and for full 5 minutes, I had to give the CPR. Not the CPR like that, no, it is something different. CPR, you know, in emergency, you don't get the time to sing and recover. You don't get the time, you cannot sing. The mind was something talking that if man dies, what will happen to me and happen to others. So we did a CPR, and fortunately, because quick CPR given, the patient responded. So I'm just telling you that the treadmill test is also not a test to be done, taken lightly. We were advised for that one. Get an opinion of cardiologist before you go for a CPR. Thank you very much for the opportunity for this talk, and I hope we have more discussion like that. We're not talking about the heart, and heart-to-heart talk cannot end in 10 minutes of time. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Look forward to be with you and with our team to go for these programs in different places. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable time. And definitely, this is going to be a wonderful year ahead, the program ahead in.
এতিয়া মই আমাৰ মাজত উপস্থিত আমাৰ শুভাকাংক্ষী আমাৰ এগৰাকী অভিভাৱক ডক্টৰ প্ৰসন্ন গগৈ ছাৰক মঞ্চলৈ আহিবলৈ অনুৰোধ জনাইছোঁ। তেওঁ 2021 বৰ্ষৰ সংগীত নাটক একাডেমি বঁটা প্ৰাপক, তেওঁক মই মঞ্চলৈ আহিবলৈ অনুৰোধ জনাইছোঁ। ছাৰ, প্ৰসন্ন বৰা ছাৰক মই সম্বৰ্ধনা জনাবলৈ মোৰ সহকৰ্মী পূৰ্ণিমা বাইদেউক অনুৰোধ জনাইছোঁ।
Next, we also have the most awaited person amidst us, Mr. Mayur Bora sir. Sir, could you please come up to the stage? Mayur Bora sir, we'd love to have you on stage.
I will break the flow here because this point of time I rehearsed in my mind a lot of time that my teachers will be introducing. Mayur, please come here. Teachers will be introducing, somebody will be felicitating, and I have to stop myself. That Nitra, no, you have to stop yourself. But I cannot. And therefore, it's my proud privilege to present my classmate, the person with whom I studied at a certain point of time. So for Assam, and so whenever I went to invite everyone in this, Mayur is speaking. He's a wonderful orator. I wish I could be there. Or somebody who has come also. Or Jametu. Mayur kotha kini hunibo jamtu. So this was a kind of response. So maybe Mayur Bora comes with a lot of tags, writer, critic, public speaker. But for me, presenting before you, Mayur Bora, my friend, my classmate. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me test the mic. Principal can lie very beautifully. And you have seen how Mitra has lied all before you on this beautiful morning, and he already melted into an afternoon on the National Youth Day, the birthday of Swami Vivekananda. I am deeply delighted and hugely gratified to have been welcomed here, to have been invited on this occasion to this school on the 29th Foundation Day of Swami Vivekananda English Academy, that's in BZ Colony, Maligaon, Guwahati. Sometime back, Mitra came to me and told me that few of the dignitaries had left, and she was the unease, the sense of disappointment maybe a little bit was palpable on her face, and she thought that the speaker and her friend who had the proud privilege of holding the mic now with lot of butterflies in his stomach and lump in his throat, but seeing or looking at the twinkle in your eyes, I am deriving some strength and drawing some inspiration to talk about this important topic of relevance of Shonkordev and Swami Vivekananda in today's VUCA world that is marked by volatility, uncertainty, complexity and ambiguity. And I am myself undergoing a great amount of tension and anxiety because of the fact, not because someone has left. People will come, people will go. I am not bothered about that. But I am only bothered about the people who are present here, whether they are having time now to listen to whatever topic they have chosen. And they have also chosen a person who is not worthy of delivering the speech on a profound topic that has been designed by one and only my friend Mitra Saha. The relevance of Shonkordev and Vivekananda in today's world. But before going into the main topic, I will not be very long because many people have spoken and I am not addressing particularly here. As I speak very sporadically and also extempore, I will just try to say a certain underline or amplify a few of my talks that have been coming to me.
Mayur,
yeah.
Can I interrupt you?
You can interrupt anyone in Guwahati, in India or everywhere. So you can. You can.
So, I mean, as I said, I budged in. So, and I disturbed the flow. And therefore, a student, she wants to take the privilege to introduce you. And she's saying, ma'am, what about my turn? So, therefore, I think it's an honor for a student also to introduce somebody of your stature. So therefore, Priyanki, come over. Okay. I will not seize away your...
The beauty of having a disruptive principal. I thought she was a liar. She was disruptive also. Anyway, all the best. Okay, I will take care of your principal. You can do justice, whatever has been told to you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So I'm delighted to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. Mayur Bora. Dr. Mayur Bora, sir, is a writer, critic, and a public speaker. He pursued his primary education from Sacred Heart School and Nezarapur Primary School. He later went to Cotton College and then obtained a degree in History and Philosophy from Delhi University. Dr. Bora's journey into writing kick-started with the publication of his first article in the children's magazine Hofura. Additionally, he wrote in Ahambani and Prohori. As of now, Sir shares the credit of composing 18 books, most of which are non-fictions dealing with issues like westernization and casteism. Onubhabar Pratidhoni, Sinodin Ahomia, Ahomia Swabhimanar Ruprekha, and All Those Yearnings are some of the books that unveil his great flair for writing. Dr. Bora was honored with Karambi Chandranath Sharma Award, Dr. Moidul Islam Bora Memorial Award for his intellectual thoughts. He is a true scholar with strong and straightforward opinions. We are really honored, sir, by your esteemed presence at our school's 29th Foundation Day. And this was not planned, but I want to say that I love your speaking, sir. I saw your interviews, though you went to news channels. I loved how you speak, sir, and I'm waiting for you to speak. So with that note, let's put our hands together to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Mayur Bora.
What's your name?
Priyanki Kalita, sir.
Priyanki Kalita. Marx said, not Karl Marx, the Groucho Marx of United States of America, that television is a very, very educative instrument. Moment somebody puts it on, I go to the next room and open a book. So young Priyani, I have an advice for you. If you want to listen to me, you can mute me and listen, or you can go to the next room and open a book. television, with all due regards to all the journalists, some of present here, I don't think it's last 5 or 10 years, whatever we have seen in the name of television journalism. I think there is much scope to be desired in this regard. My best wishes for you. Only thing I am not taking, I am accepting everything what you have said in right humility, but I am respectfully returning in presence of your disruptive principal the honorary PhD degree that you have given me. I am Mayur Bora. The doctor, I am returning through Mitra. Mitra, you can hand it over to her. Okay. You understand, by me to give me moral support? Is it? Oh, something else also. I don't know what are the other things.
So even I am looking forward to hear from you. But before that, we have our teacher, Aruna ma'am. Please, ma'am, come forward as we felicitate you.
Lot of disruption today. All reverential and respectful.
So can't help, we have a great personality amongst us. Even we are excited.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Let me be inclusive. Let me include both of them. I don't know, lot of disruption as I told. See, wonderful Dr. Bhattacharjee has already told about the importance of heart and other things. So when I entered today in the morning, Director Satirtha Saha was speaking, he was giving the welcome address. And I suddenly had a mischievous feeling or mischievous opinion about me. I could not tell my friends who were sitting with me during that point of time, because of the sonorous and mellifluous voice of Satirtha was trying to enthrall and captivate everyone. But I thought that Mitra sometimes gives opportunity to Satirtha to speak on certain occasions. And probably Foundation Day is one of those days in which, and he is a beautiful speaker, and rivetingly he spoke about, and he spoke about giving analogy to some spondylitis and cervical and all the fancy names, and how he took fancy for someone in Cotton College and Guwahati University 30 years back that we all know, probably left unsaid here. I feel the heart I want that heart should function. A healthy heart should be there, and he was right, and you also right, you also gave a presentation what you want to do for the heart. But I feel for the heart to function very, very healthily, it has to contract and it has to relax its muscles. So I want basically the students, the alumni, the teachers, the guardians, I don't know whether you are with me or not on this particular issue. When St. Vivekananda English Academy, the whole tenets and ethos and sentiments and feelings that are associated with this school, when it contracts, it's like a heart, the academic heart of the whole of Guwahati or this particular region. When it contracts, it should contract like Mitra Som Saha, full of energy, ebullience, efflorescence, and effervescence, enthusiasm. 5 E's I have given to Mitra with lot of energy. And when it relaxes, the heart contracts and relaxes. When it relaxes, it should relax like the relaxing smile of Satirtha, who is sitting next to Mitra, and then only the complementary or the supplementary role. No one can talk about supplanting the role here. It can only complement and supplement. I think this wonderful couple, I think they need a round of applause from you for whatever. I am had the pleasure and privilege of having a lot of pot shots at them, because they are wonderful, they are beautiful, and they had the pleasure and I don't know the pain of sitting just in front of me. So looking at them, I take a lot of pot shots. Now coming back to the topic, my friend Nirmal Bhagavati and Mr. Gogoi, Dr. Bhattacharjee, Sivasis Thakur, Mr. Chaudhary, and Sobin, whom I met after a long time. Sandana also, I saw many of my friends are there. And they may be wondering, some of them may be wondering that this man has been invited or called to speak on any issue and any topic, and he cannot do justice to any one of them. Even that he had the the uncanny habit of being, or uncanny fortune of being invited to many of these kind of occasions. So this is my, I think, feather in my cap, which I can boast of before a school that has been established by my friend's father, Mr. Anil Kumar Shaw, who was a retired headmaster, and I pay my respect to him and to the ethos and sentiments with which he worked and established this school, and today it has completed 28 years and entered into 29th day, and tried to give you a commemorative lecture on the relevance of these two saints. If I go to the medieval times, because concordate, and first of all, some comparison can always be invidious. Whether you should compare Pele with Maradona, whether you should compare Gavaskar with Tendulkar, that is a $1 million question. But some comparative analysis of great minds has already been done by different academics and scholars all throughout the world. And when we try to compare the Renaissance man of Assam, Srimanta Shangkardep, and one of the greatest sons that the country or the world has produced, Swami Vivekananda, who was born on this day in the year 1863, the 1 year before Lakshminath Baisborua, and 1 year before from the school where I studied, Cotton Collegiate. At that time it was known as Guwahati Seminary. The first batch of 4 students passed the entrance examination, that is known as HSLC examination or metric examination, during the intervening times. Madhav Chandra Bordoloi, Karmabir Nobin Chandra Bordoloi's father, the first Assamese doctor, Colonel Hiboram Bora, the second Assamese doctor, Colonel Jallur Ali Ahmed, who happened to be the father of Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed, who later rose to become the president of this wonderful republic called India. And the fourth man was Pandit, the scholar Anandaram Borua. And 1863, when Vivekananda was born, the context, the backdrop was different. That was a medieval backdrop. Nobody knew about the contours of the geographical world. In Shangkardep's Rasanavali or his literary writings, we find the name of Bharatvarsha number of times, probably 47 times, whereas during the time of Vivekananda, everything was clear. He had the fortune of visiting the other side of the Atlantic twice, probably if I am not mistaken, than some other countries like Sri Lanka and all, and he came to Assam also in the year 1901. I think 1 or 2 years before he passed away, he came to Assam, he went to Kamaikha, he came to a particular meeting in Panbajar area, and different kind of, he went to Shillong also. So these are all little bit of trivia associated with Vivekananda, but we are not concerned about those particular aspects. We are concerned about, despite their context and backdrop being different, some great minds always think alike, and that we try to learn and draw the inspiration from the life and teachings and tenets and philosophy and principles of Srimanta Shangkardep and Swami Vivekananda. Shangkardep's time, medieval, 550 years ago, the spirituality from the society has gone for a toss. In the name of religion, majority of the people were involved in some cumbersome, costly, expensive and elaborate rituals in which a particular section of the society, born in a particular group, they say that we are having the sole prerogative of establishing a contact between a devotee and the Almighty. And at that point of time, lot of superstition, lot of costly rituals, as I have mentioned, have come to animate and pervade the socio-economic or the socio-spiritual discourse of the Assam at that point of time. During that point, not only in Assam, in other parts of India, you see the rise of Bhakti movement. And rise of Bhakti movement after 1000 or 1500 years of the first phase of movement, when Buddha, Mahavira and 62nd, the Ajivikas and all, there are 64 different saints who protested against the Vedic religion around 2500 or 2400 years back. Again, during the medieval times, you will find in South India, in North India, in Western India, in Bengal and in Assam, how this movement started against a reaction or a protest against the elaborate rituals being perpetrated on the people by a priestly class in association with the kings and emperors, those who were wielding lot of power. So at that point of time, Shankardev's response was to simplify the religion, and instead of giving lot of emphasis on karma and jnana, he emphasized on devotion, the devotion to a selfless devotion towards God, so that anyone who is thinking of establishing a contact with the God and Almighty can do so without the intervening and overpowering presence of a particular group of people who are ruling the roost till that point of time. So this was the context in Shankardev's time. And that's why you will find Shankardev tried to popularize a particular sect within the religion, the Vaishnava sect or Ekharan Harinam Dharma in Assam. So that was somehow sectarian. Sectarian, not with the negative connotations of the word, but possibly with all kind of positivity. But it was a sect within Hinduism. But time in which Vivekananda was born in Bengal, and his formative years, he saw how, because of the activities of the imperialist British and the exploitative and oppressive policy of the British, there is an abiding sense of inferiority complex among many of the people in India. They felt that anything Western is good and anything Indian, it needs to be denigrated, deplored, and it needs to be diluted, and it needs to be pushed under the carpet. So that was the context in which Vivekananda rose, and Vivekananda tried to say ultimately that there can be different kind of sects within a religion, there can be different kind of thought processes, but ultimately the outward manifestation of religion may be different. And that's why you will find initially Vivekananda was more fascinated with the Brahmo Samaj. And Brahmo Samaj and Shankardev's ideology, there is a great amount of unity among them, because both preached about monotheism or monism or qualified monism or other philosophical aspects. It's an intricate debate. I will not go into details on this day of joy and celebration today. But what I mean to say, during Vivekananda's time, later he got disassociated or slightly and mildly disillusioned with the Brahmo movement, and he graduated towards Ramakrishna Paramhamsa, who was a Kali Kadha. But the most important thing, Ramakrishna Paramhamsa, and it became a defining trait of Vivekananda's Vedantic philosophy also. Despite being a votary of Vedantic philosophy, Ramakrishna Paramhamsa's Jatamot Tatapot, that there can be different ways towards salvation or towards God, has been more or less accepted by Vivekananda, as was the need of the hour to unite different people who are reeling under the imperialist British and also undergoing lot of tension, lot of complexes because of the socio-economic discourse or narrative being solely dominated by that supercilious, arrogant and I know all kind of mentality that has been propounded by some of the British scholars, some of the utilitarians, despite their good job also, James Mill, Jeremy Bentham, and also Max Muller and all, although they try to lionize and glorify the Sanskrit language, certain things in certain areas, they try to look down upon. The natives, we are natives. Vivekananda's time was a time in which natives in this geographical entity called India and then Pakistan and Bangladesh, they were growing into Indians. They were originally natives. Natives has got lot of pejorative connotations because it was a word coined by the Britishers to describe our forefathers. So natives were becoming Indians, and that was the context in which Vivekananda emerged and tried to unify, tried to give them hope, tried to infuse vigor in their thought process, so that ultimately Vivekananda wanted that salvation and God will be one, but the inferiority complex and the kind of injustice, the kind of suffering being shown or being seen in the life of the Dalits and in the life of the women and the so-called low-caste people in Indian society. He was protesting it vociferously, and much more vociferously than Mahatma Gandhi, than Rabindranath Tagore, and maybe slightly less than what B.R. Ambedkar subsequently did. If you see the works of Vivekananda, and when Vivekananda came back from 1893, the famous Chicago speech of 11 September, you will find how Vivekananda had to suffer for some people in Bengal, like Rabindranath suffered after or before getting the Nobel Prize. There are a lot of plays that are staged in Kolkata whose sole aim was to ridicule, to undermine whatever he has done and achieved on the other side of the Atlantic. Same thing we saw in the life of Concorde. We know how from the eastern part of Assam, he had to come to the middle part of Assam, and ultimately towards the end of his life, he had to go to the Coos Behar and other kingdoms, so that the creative and the journey of egalitarianism, that he started, like many other bhakti saints in the country, how it suffered setbacks due to some of the kings and their policies, which are guided and motivated by that particular class, a section of them, not all of them, because Harbobom Bhattacharjee, if you have read the literature of Concorde and the post-Concorde literature, you will find Harbobom Bhattacharjee, who himself was a Brahmin, he recounted the list of the Brahmins who became disciples of Srimanta Concorde, and there are hundreds of names. So this is a literature from the medieval post-Concorde period, which many people try to utilize now to drive a wedge between dividing people, between in the name of Saktas or the non-believers or the atheists or the what you call agnostics and the Vaishnavas. This has been going on for quite some time. We know with an abiding sense of disquiet and dismay, and with sense of pain and agony, we see how in our society people are divided in the name of religion. I don't want to go into details, keeping in mind the occasion today, the foundation day of a wonderful school, the completion of 28 years, but we have seen that. But to them, I have got something from the Vivekananda's literature, his writings, what Vivekananda said about the Hindu-Muslim unity. Hindu-Muslim unity, one of the cardinal aspect of Mahatma Gandhi is, if you see his importance on Satyagraha or truth, and also on non-violence, and the fourth important pillar of his thought process was Hindu-Muslim unity. Same was the case in respect of Vivekananda. Vivekananda said, who has been appropriated today by many people, I don't want to name them. Shankardev also has been appropriated symbolically by certain people to justify, to satisfy their vested interest. But if you want to understand what Shankardev stood for, what Vivekananda stood for, then you will find an abiding sense of unity, despite the difference of 400 years that separated these two great minds in this part of the world, that is called India, or the eastern part of India, that is Assam and Bengal. Vivekananda said very clearly that for future, if any religion is approaching equality, this is Vivekananda's words, not my words, if any religion is approaching equality, it is Islam and Islam alone. And that is why Vivekananda said, he said that we want the Vedantic mind and body that is provided by Islam. So what more evidence do you want? And this is not in one place, in many other places he has seen, and he, while trying to, many people give credit to him for blending Oriental philosophy with Occidental material progress, but Vivekananda also did for Hindu-Muslim unity, all in his own way, and in a very, very categorical way, much more forceful way than Gandhi also at times. Same is the case with Concorde 400, 500 years back. We see how the Kirato Kosari Khasigaru Mili Jabana Konko Gual, Ohomo Muluko Rojoko Turuko, Kubasom Leso Sondal, all the tribes, all the sub-tribes of Assam, how all those people became important ingredients of a garden, anthropological garden, keeping aside or retaining their own characteristics and features. Thereafter, they have decided or they have succeeded in bringing forth or amplifying or putting in place an ideology, a tenet or philosophy which was found to be appealing to all the people irrespective of their caste and irrespective of their social and economic status in society. And there you will find the egalitarianism, the journey of egalitarianism, both in the life of Srimanta Shankardev and also in the life of Swami Vivekananda, will be more or less unique and will be more or less, that will be keeping them in the right state, in the right side of history always. That is my feeling on the day of Vivekananda's birthday. Vivekananda gave identity to Indianness based on our religion, based on our Vedantic ideology, but not all aspects of religion he accepted. He criticized also, as he was criticized for oversimplifying Hindu religion, like Shankardev was criticized even now or during that point of time. Their life and their flesh in blood man, they are not gods. Whatever they stood for, whatever they embodied in their spirit, in their thoughts, in their philosophy, in their disposition to the world, there also you will find the underlying unity of that egalitarianism, equality, then fight for justice and fight against any kind of suffering and injustice by people during that point of time. So these things are very, very clear in both the saint's life. One lived for 120 years, 190 years, the one died very early at the age of 39, and one was born after 400 years, probably 419 years, but despite this being separated by this for more than 4 centuries, you see a lot of unity among them. And I'm very happy that Saint Vivekananda Academy, English Academy, where Mitra and Satirtha, they really have been toiling after living their lucrative practices in Bombay. They came to this part of the region and also trying to do, I was in Pune for some time, they are trying to hold the candle aloft of this particular academy, of this particular spirit that Vivekananda embodies on the other side of the country also. I think the place called Aurangabad, or not Aurangabad, Kolhapur also they have got a branch. I want in the times to come, Mitra and Satirtha, and more importantly, not the human beings, not the people associated with this school, the ethos embodied in this school will spread far and wide, and it will definitely try to disseminate the knowledge, and not only knowledge. Today's time, she was talking about VUCA world. I think the world was volatile, less volatile, probably more volatile during ancient and medieval time also. It was uncertain when people lived in the caves, when people say that the first creative expression of a man was the paintings they have done on the cave walls. And somebody mischievously say that somebody wanted to impress their girlfriends, and that was the first creation of the paintings on the walls. I read one of the great scholars say that this is one way of impressing their girlfriends during those cave times, and we see the artistic creation of people. What I mean to say, the creations during ancient times, the imagination of the medieval times and the modern times also, there will be a lot of changes. We cannot escape. Nobody can escape, nobody can deny the changing face of time. But certain things in time will always remain intact. That is respect for seniors, respect for elders, their fathers, and the people who taught alike 30 years back, 35 years back, because of which we are standing here today and you are sitting here today. That the school, and you are rightly said, I think Satirtha said, school is not a building. School is not a building, school is not the speaker, school is not the laboratory, school is all of you. School is not the present student, school of the past students also, the teachers also, the alumni also, and you are all brand ambassadors of this particular school. As there is a branch in Kolhapur, but there are many mini branches, micro branches that are working, that are daily disseminating the philosophy of this school. Unknowingly by you, in your own way, in your home, in your surroundings, in your office, or in your business establishment. I salute that spirit that has been imbibed in the minds of the people by Saint Vivekananda English Academy for the last 29 or 28 years. And they have been doing it with an abiding sense of clarity, with discipline, with dedication. And that is why the vibrant, the vivacious, my friend Mitra, she knows that she is vibrant and vivacious, but when she sits before her noisy friend Mayur Bora, she has to be less vibrant, she has to be less vivacious, but she can be more smiling as she is busy recording the phone now. I thank her and I definitely congratulate and compliment the efforts made by this family, and more importantly by all of you to see the school as you have seen in today's time. This school is a symbol of passion and perseverance. This is an embodiment of human resilience, embodiment of our discipline and dedication. The academic journey, many schools should be there, people will become first, they will stand first or second, or all kind of flying colors they will come up from the school. But ultimately, what you have imbibed in the minds of the young scholars that are adorned, your corridors, your rooms, I think that is most important. I believe, I don't want to say that all 100% they have succeeded. It will be wrong. It will be a friendly praise to another friend who is very vibrant and vivacious, I said. I will be say, for majority of the students, and I think all the guardians will agree with me that they have tried and they have succeeded to a great extent to instill those ethos in the minds of those people. And that is why, you know, the noisy man, as he is coming to an end of his lecture, that's why when there is noise on this side, I see poise on the other side. And I respect, I salute this poise, and I have never seen that when other people were also speaking, the dignitaries to come to your words, that dignitaries leaving, I don't have an issue. When dignitaries also spoke, there was less poise. But when a noisy man speaks, there was more poise. I think that was the learning from me, from this wonderful school on this glorious 29th Foundation Day. With this word, I wish the school will scale newer heights and their academic bandwidth, the intellectual bandwidth of the school will get strengthened. And as all of you, this is not only your school, this is your school. Someday, if you feel that what they are doing is not right, it is not our duty to say or share the message with your friend in the WhatsApp group. It is your duty to bring it to the notice of the director and the principal and to have a hearty talk. Bhattacharjee was telling about heart-to-heart talk. Have a hearty talk so that ultimately we are all stakeholders in this initiative. This is again not Mitra and Satitra school or Mr. Soam's school. It's a school belonging to all of us. So we'll be stakeholder and we'll see to it that the school will scale newer heights in the coming years, in the coming days. With these few words, I conclude my speech. I know I could not do justice to the main topic. I did not do deliberately because it was a very dense academic topic, and when many people have spoken after 2 hours, you stand up with butterflies in your stomach. It becomes difficult for us to retain you, and it will be wrong. I know, I'm a noisy man, I can retain people for another 15-20 minutes, but I don't want you, I want you to smile like this, as many of you are doing. I don't want to see the frown and grimace that he has taken so much of time. So in my own interest, and in the interest of the school, and the larger interest of today's program, that every good thing, not mine, all good things, the whole program has to come to an end. I conclude and again wish all the best for the school fraternity. Thank you. I have sacrificed my noise
So, thank you so much, sir. It was a privilege hearing you in person. Now, in the next segment, we have our alumni, which is also a matter of pride for us. We have Samujjal Bhumik from batch of 2007, who is a research scholar studying in Germany. We have Dipjyoti Kumar from the batch of 2007, who is a maker, educator and founder of sparkbee.org. And Ankita Chakrabarti, who is the senior trainer, White Hat Junior. Requesting all of you to come up to the stage.
So it's said that any institution grows big because of the participation of the alumni. So I would like to take you back to 2020. The pandemic had struck and Seba schools were in a difficult situation because we were mid-session. Not mid-session, it was the month of March, so it was, the third month of the session. We were all set for unit tests, etc. and pandemic struck. And we teachers, let me just share with you one thing Mayur will be able to relate. So 2019 or 2018, or get together, even on 2019, April. So that time, he was also supposed to be present today, Sunandan Barua, Dean, Research and Innovation, Assam Downtown University. So our task was to capture the details of our batch of students. And then Sunandan mentioned, don't worry, I'll create a Google form. I'm just sharing how, I consider myself very tech savvy. And I'm aware of the technical details, but this was me, and I candidly shared this. I think this was a struggle we all educators went through. So, and as Nandan is saying this, I'm thinking of myself, Google form. What was that? How do we do that? Oh wow, they know so many things. I should go and explore Google form. This was April 2019, and March 2020, pandemic strikes. And we are like thrown into the sea, we do not know swimming. Many principals are here, Gopal ma'am, you are here, Shashank, you are here, Ashim is here. So I'm sure you all will agree that how we were floundering in the sea. And that is when our alumni stepped in. And we had to plan some programs. And if you are wondering why amongst all the alumni we have Dibjyoti and Samujjat here, well, they came forward. Samujjat, please come here. So, along with one of our parents also, he hosted a wonderful, wonderful all-India quiz show, online, and everything was designed by him. At that time, luckily, he was in Germany and he had come down. He was studying in Germany, and he just came down before that for a break. Yeah, just for a break, and then pandemic struck, he could not go back. And who benefited? Samujjat school benefited. And quiz time was beautifully planned and executed, and without this alumni support, we would not have been there. We organized a series of webinars during that pandemic time. Again, remember, what did I say? I did not know what was Google Form. And we were, I think, one of those first schools to really start on the, this online, using these online things. And who educated us? Our alumni. Dibjyoti, please come over. So, ma'am, this platform, Kahoot is there, this is there. We can do it on, we were doing it on, Surajit had, so our another ex-student is Surajit Singh, so he's working with Apple. So he's in Hyderabad, so he could not come. So he said, never mind, StreamYard, we were doing StreamYard. StreamYard, not heard of. Okay, so these were the students who came in and helped saying Vivekananda, stand up and conduct all those things when we were technically zero. Now we have taken 15 hours of training, we did augmented reality and all those stuff, all my teachers will say. So therefore, but at that time, when we were novice, they were there. Mayur, I want that you felicitate them.
I think before the felicitation, this thing comes. Mitra can be SVEA savvy and Sukritha savvy. Technology is in good hands, so you need not be tech savvy from now on. It's on the lighter vein. I think these two things you can take care. The young man, Samujjal, again on a lighter vein, you look like a German philosopher to me. You returned from Germany, and Germany was a land of philosophy, like Hegel and all other people. So you look like an informal CEO of a big company, Fortune 500. I hope, metaphorically speaking, they will carry the flag of SVEA in the times to come. Thank you.
Shivashish, are you there? Or Shivashish Thakur, senior journalist. Okay.
मैं इस विद्यालय की नींव रखने वाले युग प्रवर्तक, प्रेरणा स्रोत आदरणीय अनिल कुमार सोम सर और लिली सोम, जिन्हें हम आदरपूर्वक आंटी मैम कहते हैं, मैं आप दोनों से अनुरोध करूंगी कृपया मंच पर आएं। चेहरे पे मुस्कान, मीठी बात और चेहरे पे मुस्कान, ऐसे लोग हैं आज हमारे इस कार्यक्रम की जान।
A Vivekan of class 3, Devabrat Bharali, wants to present his portrait of Swami Vivekananda to our Rector Sir as a token of love and respect. Devabrat Bharali, you are asked to come near the stage. The people behind this institution,
हमारे दिल की धड़कन रेक्टर सर, आंटी मैम,
so we have Devabrat Bharali of class 3 who will be presenting his token of love, that is a portrait of Swami Vivekananda, to our Rector Sir. On 14th November, on Children's Day, the school organized a non-flame cooking competition for the students of LKG and UKG, as they were recommended list of the prize winners whom I'll be calling. So the first prize was backed by Angashri De of class UKGC and her mother Tapashi Sarkar De. Heartiest congratulations to them. I request both of you to come to the stage. The second prize was backed by Yatika Pathak of class LKGB and her mother Rimi Paul, requesting Rimi Paul and Yatika Pathak to kindly come up to the stage. The third prize was backed by Kritartha Bharali of UKGC and his mother Bichuli Das Bharali, and it was jointly shared by Shubhrajit Das of UKGA and his mother Borali Das respectively, requesting you all to come up to the stage. There was a consolation prize which was backed by Chanvi Das of class nursery and her mother Sangeeta Kumar. Heartiest congratulations to all the prize winners.
सभी पुरस्कार विजेताओं का हार्दिक स्वागत है.
Requesting our respected principal ma'am to kindly come up to the stage and give away the prizes.
सभी से अनुरोध है कृपया जोरदार तालियों के साथ इन सभी का हार्दिक अभिनंदन करें. तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट रुकनी नहीं चाहिए. ये है हमारे विवेकन, दिल की धड़कन.
as we have almost reached the end of today's program. So before I move to the last part, I wanted to share about the ATL Lab, which was already discussed by our director, sir. Well, ATL Lab is the Atal Tinkering Lab, which is a submission which was taken under the initiative of Government of India. It is set up to nurture the student to inculcate adaptive learning. The main objective of the ATL Lab is to provide children a workspace where they can realize their skills. They get the chance to comprehend STEM, that is science, technology, engineering and math concept. The ATL Lab is ready for use, and as already mentioned by our director, sir, the work was ongoing, and which was not possible without the cooperation and collaboration of many people who were behind it. So right now the ATL Lab is open for usage. So everyone can easily, right after the program is finished, you can just go and have a glimpse of the lab, which is ready. And since we have reached the end of the program, so at this point of time, before I wrap up the entire program, it would be unfair if I do not give a vote of thanks to all the people who have managed their time to be with us, to make this occasion more memorable. So I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable day. First and foremost, I would like to thank all our esteemed guests for gracing the occasion in spite of their busy schedule. We are grateful to all the special guests, the parents, all our alumni, and every distinguished invitees for being with us today. I thank all our students, teachers, and all our well-wishers for continuously cooperating with us. At the end, I would like to conclude that we have come to an end of the program. Thank you for making it a huge success. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.